Good morning, everyone. This is a quick live we are throwing together. Um, yeah, so during Mama Knows Best Live, it was quickly. Barb, she is a professional victim. Um, that is what she is. And I don't know if you have watched her very long or if you're very familiar, but MKB would always find a way to make herself to be the victim. Um, that has just been the way that it's been since I've witnessed her on YouTube. Nobody was mean to her. I'll tell you what she thinks was mean. It was me not tiptoeing around her little fifis. Okay. That's what she thinks is mean because I'm tired of this narrative of like MKB doesn't know what she's allowing. Yes, she does. And a perfect example of what she's allowing is what I've come to hear this morning. Now listen, I'm not gonna lie. Good morning, everybody. What I heard was disturbing. And I am uncomfortable playing it, but it does make so many things make sense. So I am going to wait a few seconds for more people to come in, and then I am going to trigger warn this. This is a trigger warning. Exactly, Shauna. Some people think telling them the truth is being mean to them. Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm not going to coddle around a woman who's older than me, her feelings, and act like she's unaware of what she is doing. She's fully aware. So now everything makes sense to me, and I hope you all are listening clear because this isn't an aha moment. This is a what the fuck moment. I knew there was something going on with these two. I knew. Okay, Amber, yes, make sure you do. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep my language clean until in the meantime. I knew that there was reasons I was being called a tweaker, and if you guys recall, I said the other day that these two are doing something. They're behaving abnormally. This isn't like them. They're up all night. They're up all morning plotting on what to do next with YouTube because I know after the show I did, they took the biggest pride hit because I know how they are and being exposed for who and what they are. No, that's in a little bit Faith Humanity. This right now is about voices for the voiceless and Kim and Crafton. I knew that I don't want to say I knew that they would go back to resort on hitting each other, but I knew that the behavior was odd. Yes, I knew the behavior was very odd, and I was telling all of you, listen to it. Listen to the fact that they're up all night doing this. Listen to the slurring. Listen to the odd behavior. Um, there was something wrong. There's something wrong, and I was right. And you know what? I hope Kim and Crafton, I hope you realize Voices did this intentionally. You can't tell me differently. So let me go ahead and play this. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm messing with my thing. Hold on. Reset that. Um, okay. The 3M live about Pastor Mills was bizarre. The live about you was bizarre. Digging on TT's conversations and the first thing in the morning was bizarre. All right, so everybody listen here. This is on Mama Knows Best panel. We got Mama Knows Best, Voices. I think one's Tucker, Broken Justice, and I don't know who the other is, and it doesn't matter. So here we go. Ready? Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
Well, yeah, I think they're all idiots, but I'm just saying. I won't argue with you. But
I'm just saying that ones that give her money off.
All right, so it's coming up right here. Everybody listen carefully and closely. I can't put it on the screen because they likely will strike me. So
Well, I just believe that she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Okay, do you hear voices in the background? She says, it's okay, Crafton. All right, everybody hear that? It's okay, Crafton. Now listen closely.
Yeah. All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying.
I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anyone dying. I'm working.
Where's she going, Mom?
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck.
I can't hear her.
What is going on?
I don't want.
Now here comes Mama Knows Best to say, shh, be quiet. And I'll play it all the way through next. I'm just breaking down so you can all hear.
Laying hands on anybody. I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey,
I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody, and I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done.
Trying to do whatever can be done because I just, no. I don't know what to do with I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what, but we got to get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. What are they playing? What's going on? Motherfucker.
No, so here's one thing. Why would she say nobody on YouTube needs to be playing this? This is voices talking to Kim and Crafton. I'm going to rewind it back without interrupting. I knew their behavior was odd. So, all right, let me play it back a little bit. You can't tell me voices didn't do this on purpose.
I don't want anybody going to jail.
Preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Where's she going, Mom?
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck.
I can't hear her.
I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody. I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just, no. I don't know what to do with I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what, but we got to get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs.
Sorry, hold on. And nobody on YouTube needs to be playing this. So she says that, then suddenly realizes she's not muted. She unmutes. You can hear the other person, Billy. She unmutes mid-conversation, walks away from the computer. This was a total setup because this is what Voices does. This is what she does. And it's a shame, Kim and Crafton, that you trusted her because we'll hear all about it shortly. You just wait and see. So she's talking to Crafton and she's telling him, I don't want you two hitting each other. And I don't want people taking pills. I told you all that Crafton has been acting very bizarre. You can tell he's under a substance. Here's my biggest question to all of you. Are you going to continue to support, I want to say a woman beater, but we also know Kim's hitting him. Are we okay with domestic violence? You guys are okay with that? Then they get angry, come on YouTube and abuse all of us. And people are okay with this? Yeah, she doesn't want anybody going to jail. So Voices, you're aware of what's going on in that household? Here, Brent, I'll play it again. Aware of what's going on in that household. And you bring it to YouTube instead.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck.
I can't hear her.
You know what? Let me pull it up. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm just going to pull it up on the screen. I don't care. They can't strike me. It's not their video to strike. Let me pause this Natasha video. Christiane's. I was replaying the piece. I have so many mixed emotions about this. And this isn't to embarrass them. This is to bring light to the situation. Why is Voices? Because Voices, just like Kim, will act like she's your best friend and she cares about you. Okay. And then she will sabotage you like she did to them too right here. Absolutely, this was a plan. Absolutely, Voices did this with intention. The Pastor Mill stream was beyond bizarre. Everything they've been doing has been beyond bizarre. I think right here, Voices was sabotaging them. That's what I think.
I believe that she preyed upon their
It's
being
okay.
vulnerable.
Relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Or she don't know
Relax.
Yeah.
that give her money all the time.
Hello?
I just believe that she preyed upon their
It's
being
okay.
vulnerable.
Relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Or she don't know.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
I can't hear her.
I don't want to be laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just, no. I don't know what to do with where, I don't know where to put.
Juror, Voices was on the phone with Crafton while on MKB's live stream. She unmutes herself conveniently, accidentally, okay? She did this to fuck them over. Who would give permission for this? Just another troll. And then she plays stupid like nobody on YouTube should be playing this. How the fuck did she know anybody on YouTube was playing it if you're on a phone conversation?
But you don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what, but we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
What?
She probably just realized she didn't hit the mute button.
Oh, is that what it was?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That don't
But-
sound good at all.
She probably realized she hit the unmute button intentionally. So now we know that there's private conversations going on about not wanting people to take pills. I assume that is why I've been called a tweaker as of lately, because these two are actually tweaking. But most importantly, just like before, there is domestic violence going on in this home. And people are okay with this. You people support this. What if one of them ends up dead? You see, and I contemplated on playing this because I don't want part of that. But at the same time, this is what people support. This is what you people support. So they get to beat each other up offline.
Well, yeah, I think they're all idiots.
And then they get to come online and abuse all of us. Their stream last night about Angela was so bizarre. And in that, Kim even says, as she's screaming from upstairs, that Crafton's in his own world. We're aware that you're all in your own world. Is you two worth this? These two need to get off and get therapy. Yeah, there's obvious tensions because this is what happens when they overly involve themselves on YouTube. I remember Glenn was saying last week that the stress is too much for Crafton, is getting to him. You think so? Now, I stand against domestic violence and I won't support anybody, man or female, who's putting their hands on each other. This is ridiculous. These are two grown adults. I don't understand how any of this would be sympathetic towards them. These two beating each other up, popping pills. I think this was a sabotage. That's what I think. No, because you know what happened last time I reached out, just another troll, when I believed that there was a danger going on? Yeah, I would never go out of my way to help them again. I considered it. I considered reaching out to Kim. And then I say, you know what? Why would I? Why would I? Look at how much they've done to me in the past 2 weeks because they just love this drama. So let me play this again.
Idiots, but
But I'm just saying, I'm
that I
saying
won't
they're-
argue with you
I'm
about.
just saying that ones that give her money all the time.
Hello?
I just believe.
Who was that speaking? Does anybody know? Because that person sounds like me. For a minute, I'm like, was that me? All right. So we do know, for a quick recap, we do know Crafton and Kim have domestic violence issues because, you know, there's been an arrest record of it. So we know there was already the domestic violence going on in the home. I pointed out that their behavior as of late is very bizarre. They're doing 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. live streams. Crafton is slurring. He's claiming he's taken, Sudafed. The day of Kim's alleged surgery, he comes on sounding like he's high out of his ass. You got Kim over there trying to convince people that I'm a tweaker and they need to go ahead and everybody should contact CPS on me. Meanwhile, this is what's really happening in their home, thanks to Voices for letting us know. Yeah, that person sounded like me, Baroness. I didn't realize how much they sounded like me. That's weird. It's really bizarre the way they're acting. And I know the YouTube stress gets to them. And that's why I really haven't been going hard. I did my one exposure and that was it. I was done. I think we're at a point where everybody sees who they are. Right? But this is a little much. So let me play this again.
That she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
I just want to point out, up until that moment, Voices was muted until right now. 2 seconds ago, Voices was muted.
Being vulnerable.
Relax. All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Or she don't know.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
Crafton, relax. That's what the conversation starts off with. Towards mortification, very digital. Yeah. I mean, again, 3 a.m. fucking live streams. She's conniving. This was intentionally. She was muted up until this moment. She starts off with Crafton, relax. This isn't normal. It's not okay. This is not normal. But how many people that act like they care about Kim and Crafton are still going to continue to support them knowing this is taking place in their home? They need fucking help. And if you care about them, if you are their friend, you would tell them as much. You would tell them to log off YouTube and go get help.
I can hear her.
I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just, no. I don't know what to do with I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what, but we got to get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs.
I don't know where to put her. I don't know where to put you, but this needs to stop. And you know what? I will imagine that this is a difficult position for Voices to be in, but a position Voices often finds herself in. And now Kim and Crafton find themselves being aired on YouTube. So here we go. Listen to what she says here, because I'm telling you, Voices set this up intentionally.
I don't know who needs what, but we got to get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
And nobody on YouTube needs to be playing this. Okay. Like, how did she know YouTube was playing this? Oh, because you had your mic unmuted? Coincidentally? And let me guess, it's your fault, right, MKB? It's your fault. It also, I found it bizarre that MKB told us all we can go back and listen and see that Natasha was not doxxed in her chat, and then both videos were removed. When they choose to leave, it takes 7 attempts on average before they do. But who's the abuser? Who's the one being abused? And why is this, if Crafton is this abusive man, why on God's green earth are women supporting it? Yes, because you know how many times I said I won't even go ahead and give out our conversations. Absolutely. You know what Mandy has? Mandy has a similar recorded phone call. Yep. They absolutely would. I've had conversations with Kim like this. Yep. Which is why I stated several times that I wasn't going to reveal our messages because I didn't want something like this to happen again. But these two, they push and push and push. And you get to a point where, should I care if these 50-year-old adults want to beat the shit out of each other day in and day out? Is that on my conscience if that is happening? After they're over there doxing me, spreading rumors about my children, spreading rumors about me, encouraging people to contact CPS against me, saying I'm the tweaker. And it turns out, as obviously we could all see that they are the ones using. I don't know how this would give anybody sympathy. I mean, did I feel sympathetic to an extent? Did I want to call Kim and ask if she's okay? Yeah. But then I realized that no, because this is the same woman who then lied to all of us and threw this abusive man in all our throats. She shoves him down our throats. Yeah, I often found myself in the middle between them. Yeah, and the fact that Voices was talking to Crafton, not Kim, that tells me a lot too. Yeah, so maybe this was, if that's how you guys feel, maybe it's for sympathy. But I ask you, what's there to be sympathetic of? The fact that these two adults are popping pills and potentially hitting each other? I don't know. Does anybody want to come up and add some thought to this? Maybe I'm not as sympathetic. They could be talking about anyone. What do you mean? The conversation's right here. They could be talking about anyone. She's directly talking to Crafton. You can't make this a different conversation. You can't say it's about different people. It's a direct conversation to Crafton. There's no, missing that. Right. So Crafton obviously, the first thing she says is calm down. They're fighting, and she accidentally plays it, chicken feet. Yeah, she says his name. You can hear him. There's no way to misinterpret it. I'll tell you why it feels manufactured, because this is what Voices does. I remember Voices would be on panel with Mandy and message me about the Unabomber as she's on panel laughing with Mandy. I see you, Delaney. So, yeah, this is what Voices does. There's no doubt this was a sabotage on Voices' end. Maybe. Yeah, that's great, Holly. You can take that very sweet thoughts onto your channel. But here on my channel, when people are literally calling me a tweaker and taking little bit of a video where I may and may not have sniffled and telling people to contact CPS because I'm using drugs. Yeah, I find the irony in finding out they're the ones that are currently using drugs. Yep, absolutely like it. Not gonna lie. Because we could all see the behavior was changed. We can all see the behavior was different. And if they're going to sit over there and want everybody over there to believe that I'm tweaking and that people need to contact CPS on me, well, what do we do here when we find out that they are actually taking pills? No? Evero, you don't think so? Put a 1 in chat if you've heard Crafton lately and think he sounds like he's under a substance. Because I'll tell you what, he absolutely does. And they're up at 3 a.m. and they're up at 6 a.m. and they're digging through to figure out some YouTube shit, and they are overly involved in the YouTube bullshit. There's one. Yeah, look at all these ones. Anybody who's totally familiar with them, he hasn't been sounding like himself. The Pastor Mills video was one of the most bizarre I've seen in a long time. Yeah, they're digging into Jill. They're digging into Angela. Absolutely. I hope not, Holly, because people are saying it, though, because these two started it off. They did. They did, Nina. Oh, Blue Bettina. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Be thankful you don't know who these two are. But this is a couple called Kim and Crafton. And they were friends of mine. And we had a falling out because of YouTube shit, dumb shit I wasn't even aware of. And it was quiet. It was quiet. And then out of nowhere, as of recently, they started coming for me again. They were coming really aggressively. And they were coming on the aspect of trying to get. Okay, Everett, I'm going to play this one more time, and I'm going to hope this helps you with your confusion, okay? Let's listen closely, Eva. I get you like them, but you can't deny what is being heard here, okay? So listen very closely, please.
Hello?
I just believe that she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Relax.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
When voice is on mute, it says, it's okay, Crafton, just relax, okay?
You know, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Of course you don't know.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck what is
I
going
can't hear her.
on. I don't want to be laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey,
I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody, and I don't want anybody taking pills. Who's hitting? Oh, yeah. No, I agree, Everett, and I'm not here to speculate on who's hitting who. I think it's a volatile. Listen, we heard Crafton himself say Kim came to hit him, so he reacted and hit her. Crafton himself has said this. We are already, I'm not exposing there's domestic violence issues in there. Actually, Andrew and Mom, I do know what's going on behind the scenes. Absolutely, I know what's going on behind the scenes because I was part of it. Because I was that friend. I was that friend that Kim used to call about it. So yes, I do know. Just like none of you know what's going on behind my scenes, but you're encouraging people to call CPS on me. You're allowing voices sit on this panel and tell people I masturbate in bed with my son, and you all want me to not put out their business? Sorry, this is the wrong chat to come in here and say that. Because I've had enough of these two getting high, getting online, and abusing women when they're not abusing each other. I've had enough of it. Okay? They put all of my shit. They looked to destroy me in my real life. But they said it was due to a seizure and said he was in the hospital. And they came back and took that back, Eva. No, I see you, Stacy. They came and took that back. And he admitted that he was in the hospital. I'm sorry, he wasn't in the hospital. He was in jail. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have no sympathy right now because they literally put myself and my children in danger. So I'm not sympathetic that this was, released. And I think if anything, voices should be. Okay, Eva, well, with all due respect, it's not a laughing situation when people are trying to have your children removed from you and looking to destroy your life. Okay, so it's not related to a seizure, has nothing to do with seizure. And at the end of the day, this right here proves it because he is coherent enough, allegedly, to call voices during a moment of panic where she's trying to calm him down because she doesn't want anybody getting hurt. This is a big deal. And this is bigger than YouTube. Like I said, this isn't an aha got you moment. I'm actually sympathetic towards it. But what do? I don't care about getting heat from this stream just now. By who? By these shitty people that allow it over there? That's what happened. My live put them into a spiral. Absolutely. Because they hate when the truth comes out about them. And then they sought out to destroy everybody around me, including Jill, including Angela. Yeah, Eva, wouldn't that be great? You know what? I'll tell you the day that can happen. When people keep YouTube drama to YouTube drama. Right. Voices, Barb texts voices while she's on a panel and gets cussed out. Crafton calls and she plays him live. Here, Alex, I'll recap this. Do any of you want to come up on here? I would love if anybody wants to come up and give your perspective, because I'll admit I'm angry. So maybe I'm not seeing, what some of you are seeing, but let me replay it.
Hello?
I just believe that she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Just relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Where's she don't know?
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck what is
I
going
can't hear her.
to you. I
Well,
don't
be
want anybody laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just, no. I don't know what to do with where, I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what, but we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
How does somebody go from muted to unmuted to knowing somebody on YouTube's playing it? Voices is talking to Crafton. First thing she says is, Crafton, calm down. I don't want anybody getting hurt. I don't want anybody popping pills and hitting each other. Yes, she was muted and then unmuted herself. Yes. I'm telling you, I know how she operates. All right, Andrew, Mom, you guys can believe that. You can believe that. That's fine. I tend to disagree. I think it's not that easy to unmute yourself on a computer. Right? I mean, how easy is it to unmute yourself? Anybody want to tell me? Because I'm telling you, it takes me to stroll my finger and click this button. Right there, I was muted, and now I'm unmuted. But it definitely takes me to scroll and click to mute and unmute. So I don't think it's that simple. She sounded like she muted it and walked away. Yeah, unmuted and walked away. You can hear that. She was talking to Kim's husband. Not husband, partner, yes. Yeah, you got to move your mouse. It's not that easy. So she unmutes, says craft and relax, and then she walks away. You can hear it. Listen again. Hold on. Listen again.
Hello?
I just believe that she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Just relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Where's she don't know?
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck.
Right there, she begins to walk away. Right there. You can hear the difference. Yeah. I mean, listen. Yeah, she unmuted at the perfect time. And then just so happens to realize. I mean, why would she know nobody on YouTube should be playing this? How did she know? Yeah, I mean, anybody here that knows voices knows this is what she does. Right, and then we hear Crafton. It was almost like it was intentional to get him heard. Yeah, well, you know what? Without borders, it ain't my game. None of this is a game to me. Trying to have my children removed from my home isn't a game to me either. Looking to destroy every aspect of my life isn't a game of me either. So I often catch myself in this predicament of, why am I to always take the higher road? These people can sit over there and slander me for hours on end. And I'm talking 6-7 hours. They can look into my moderators, my friends, and look to destroy them as well. They can spend all day on YouTube going to different chat rooms, literally slandering me. And I'm supposed to now care? I don't. She did it for everyone to hear. It was obvious. Yes. Thank you, Brady. I agree. Right. That's the other thing. Did anybody hear that video of where he's attacking Pastor Mills? It was bizarre. I don't know, Mama. I don't know how it began, to be honest. I just know I'm tired of taking the higher road. I think these two need help. I pray they get help. And I also think anybody who claims to support them tells them as much. Because I consider picking up my phone and calling Kim. And then I said, why the fuck would I? You know what happened last time I cared about Kim's real life? It was more than obvious. Let's listen to the ending again. Yeah, last time I went to Kim because I said, fuck YouTube. I want to make sure she's okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. Imagine if this was my voice message. Imagine if this was my phone call. You don't think Kim and Crafton would be so quickly to go live and make sure everybody heard it? Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me meet people at their level from now on because I'm tired. All right, let me play it out. Catch the ending. Listen for the ending.
I don't want to laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just, no. I don't know what to do with where, I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what, but we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this.
Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
You gotta go? No, she doesn't have to go. They don't have to go. Do these people who are down to you in your own chat for exposed CK do the same to them in their chats? No, of course not, sis up. No, only over here. Only over here. So this was the ending. Again, for anybody who missed it. She says, and nobody on YouTube needs to be playing this. Why would she even think that? Why would she think that?
We fucking playing this. We gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this.
Motherfucker.
She knew before she knew. She knew before she knew. He said, what are they playing? She knew. She knew this was being played on YouTube before she realized she was unmuted. Ask yourselves, how? How did she know that? There's no way to know that unless she fucking knew. She knew this was a setup. Rather, they're involved in it. I doubt it because nobody wants to know. And suddenly we could hear him. Right, Copa? She walks back to the computer right there at that point, which says, and nobody needs to be playing this on YouTube. And then it says, motherfucker. Playing this shit, meaning actions, I think is what she meant. I don't get that. Yeah, you know what? Angela's a DV survivor, and so am I. But you know what we did? We didn't shove that our abusers down primarily women community and convince them all that he's a great guy. So, yeah. I think if she's okay with her abuser, if she wants to continue sitting with her abuser, fine. I think the whole thing was bizarre. Constant! Good to see you. Listen, like I said, these are people that set out to like destroy my life. So I'm having yeah, and you know what? It's more triggering for me. I don't know about you all. It's more triggering for me to know this abusive man is being shoved down everybody's throats as this kind man as he abuses other women. I have a problem with it. I'm giving you one warning. Don't come up here with your bullshit because I'm not in the mood for it. I don't feel good. I'm not playing these games. You'll be booted as quickly as you came on. What's up, Viv?
What's up? I just wanted to come up and ask you, like, well, did you really think you could take Kim and Crafton at their word, and did they think they could take you at their word in the beginning of this relationship? I mean, didn't you know what you were signing up for?
No, I had no idea. How would I?
I don't know, just from like the past shiz that you guys went through.
No, because I'm not that familiar. I wasn't that familiar with them. Kim does a really good thing of trying to convince you that she's a decent human.
Hold on.
Fuck was that?
Yeah, so like I didn't think you'd let me up here. I was just gonna leave you a little comment, but I just find it interesting. Like both of you guys can always find the way to be a victim of something. I mean, how do you ever end this cycle?
Yeah, same thing you do, Viv. I don't know. Why don't you go back to your channel, restream it, hope that you get more than 5 viewers, and go talk to yourself over there?
Well, I'm not in anything for views or money
Oh
or anything.
no.
No,
Okay. Well,
not
that's great. Good for you.
no, but I just feel
Does
like
that
this
make you better
victim
than
content,
somebody, or
content is consistent. I'm actually concerned that you're always the victim, and I hope that
oh,
someday
are you, Viv?
and
Are
actually
you?
become,
I remember when you were totally concerned. Do you remember that? You remember,
as
Viv, when you acted like you were a good Christian woman and you like were a motherly aspect? If you think you're gonna speak on my own
actually
panel, you are so highly mistaken, because you just shut the fuck up. Because
no,
you
I'm just
came over
saying,
here
I
like
really
you
hope
in
at
the
some
press.
point in
You
your
also
life
befriended
know the
everybody and
tragedies that
pretended to be a decent
that
person. Then you did the same thing to Natasha Cooper, and you continue to do it to everybody. I'm concerned that you're still floating around on the internet instead of getting your shit together. That's what I'm concerned about. Have a great day. Who didn't know that she had WOG on the other end? Get the fuck out of here. All right, so those two are banned from studio. We can tell they need some content. So yeah, this is where this leads us. Exactly. This seems very this is what those two do when they see no Cozy, I see you, hun. When these two think they're getting when they see somebody else getting views, they have to jump on to try to get views themselves. Whiskey is also an abusive man. So yeah, I don't allow abusive men on my panels. Thank you. You can get fucking lost. This is about Kim and Crafton. Anyway, I missed this. I'm sorry. Let me get back up to Anxious for Peace. Thank you so much. Kim is a pit bull. She made Granny feel supported and cared about at time. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Holly. I mean, I showed the messages. If you go back, Kim came sliding into my life at a time where I was being attacked. Yeah, Andrew's mom, you come up. And she starts love bombing you. She starts checking in on you. She sends gifts to you. She sends gifts to your kids. She acts like she cares about you. The same thing Vivian did, matter of fact. And that's exactly what Kim did. And then I let everything on YouTube go when I found out that I thought Crafton was in the hospital and there was a chance he wouldn't live. Right? That's it, just Shiny. If people are tired of me being a victim, leave me alone. Let me do my thing and they can do their thing. That's it. It doesn't need to continue on. I'm not doing this every day. I don't care to talk about these people every day. But let's bring this back again for a second. So we get to about this point.
that she preyed upon their
being
vulnerable.
Relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Where's she don't know?
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
I can't hear her.
I
Big
don't
one.
want anybody laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am whatever can be done because I just no. I don't know what to do with where I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who.
So she immediately says Crafton when she unmutes. When she unmutes, she says Crafton. So we all know who she's talking to. And then she proceeds into this dramatics about, I don't want anybody to die. Let me tell you something, voices. If you are really sitting on this information, why aren't you contacting the police before one of them do end up hurt? Now, I'm not going to lie. I bet it is a very heavy burden for voices to carry. I bet you it's a very uncomfortable position. Listen, with all due respect, you can ask for one, but you don't tell me you want one. I'm not doing all that. You guys sit over on that panel and trash me day in and day out. You don't really deserve a voice on my panel, okay? Play it to the end, absolutely.
Needs what, but we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. Motherfucker.
You got to
On their
It's
being
okay.
vulnerable.
Relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Where's she don't know?
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
I can't hear her.
I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just, no. I don't know what to do with where, I don't know where to put you, I don't know where to put her, I don't know who needs what, but we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
Well, unfortunately, Voices is all they have left. So, you know, they don't have a choice, Sandy, but to contact Voices because that's all she has left. They contacted Mandy and she recorded the call. Okay. I've had these conversations with Kim. And they are heavy, Holly. If you have a heart, they're heavy. You're right. But for somebody like Voices, she loves it. So she hits the unmute button. Well, now reality shows are supposed to be reality shows, but they're obviously scripted. Yeah. I mean, perhaps. I don't know how this would, I don't know. Right. What are they playing? What's going on? He has no idea. And now we all know that they're taking pills and they're hitting each other. So what do we do? No, she recorded a different phone call. Right when the original DV situation happens. She doesn't have a heart. She is sick. Yeah, I agree. But what they need now and what people need to understand is these two need help. They do. This explains why they're going live at 3 a.m, why they're on YouTube 24/7. Do you know how often they are on YouTube? No problem, Andrea. And the odd behavior, the voices, their whole life is YouTube. All three of them, Kells Bells, yeah. That's the day he came on that night. When Kim had surgery that day, he came on that night slurring. Yes. And I said, did anybody hear him? He sounded like he was under the influence. He told everybody it was Sudafed. Wasn't Sudafed. And then they're up all night and they're up all day. Hey, Mrs. Colombo. And my problem is it doesn't just end on YouTube. They come on here then. No, Daria, that's not what I'm saying. They come on YouTube and they further abuse people. That's the problem. Whatever they do in their personal life, that ain't my business. Hell, Voices made it all of our business. My problem is when they turn around and they do it over here. Yeah, Nikki, we were led to believe that there was a chance Crampton was not going to survive, that he was in the hospital. And he may not survive. He is crazy. I know, Shift. I don't know, Robin. I don't pay attention. I don't watch them. Yeah, she said, I don't want anybody going to jail and I don't want anybody dying. And they do. They take out their anger here. Yeah. When the first domestic violence situation happened, Kim wanted us all to believe that Crampton was in a coma and they didn't know if he was going to survive. And if he survived, he may not regain the ability to walk or certain functions. And it turns out he was never in the hospital. He was in jail. Maybe he was in a hospital at some point. I don't know. But we do know it was jail. Then he comes on here and he abuses us. They're abusing Jill. Hell, they're even abusing Mandy. I want everyone to be okay too, Mel. I think this is of a serious concern. And I think if anybody that claims to support them or cares about them, they need to intervene. They need help. What is going to happen? Somebody going to end up in jail? Somebody going to end up dead? What is going to happen? Hey, Jason. Or are they going to continue to just abuse people on the internet? I don't know. But I think it's absolutely disgusting. I will say, I don't think he's there. They're attacking innocent people. Did anybody see the stream they did on Pastor Mills? Did anybody see where they doxed people in MKB's chat? These two are on YouTube 24/7, and they're not just doing YouTube drama. They're looking to destroy people's lives. They are looking to make sure that everybody is as miserable as they are. It is disgusting. So I don't know why. It didn't make sense, and this is why. Because we find out. That's what I'm thinking, Okie Mom. I'm open to other people's opinions on this. When they are not abused people online, it's done to each other. We did not need to hear this call to know that. Stop being okay with any of it. Yeah. She did, Nene. YouTube is a narcissistic playground. Oddly enough, I always thought he was 100 times more likable than Kim, but the documents about that incident didn't leave room for it. It was just a misunderstanding. You'll say you're concerned bringing up DV stuff. Well, whatever. If everyone's okay, I'll find out later. I'm not bringing up anything. Did you listen, Daria? Now, listen, I know you support these people, so maybe go over there and see if they're okay and tell them to stop abusing people online and each other offline. That would be a great start. But the phone call says it. Obviously, if this phone call saying I don't want anybody to end up dead or in jail, then there's DV going on. Do you really need to hear me say it? You want to hear me say it, so then you can comment that I'm a piece of shit for saying it. Meanwhile, they're encouraging people to call CPS and putting out people's full docs to get them in danger. Yeah. Yeah. Pastor Mills attracts white, thin, single, young women. Because that's normal. No, they don't mental block, which is why they're turning to people like Voices and Mandy and me. But I'll tell you what, I never put out what Kim told me privately on phone calls. I could have. She wants me to say something that she can later use against me. That's I don't know the baiting going on in my own, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not new here. Thank you, Alex. Would you like to come up, Alex? Until you're on the receiving end of their hate, their lies, and their rage, you too will find it hard to be sympathetic. These people seek out to destroy people's lives. They try to destroy it. They will mislabel you to incite hate against you. They will do anything and everything they can to hurt you in your real life, not just your YouTube life, your real life. It is extremely difficult to find sympathy for people like this. Anyone on here because I'm a people person. I agree. You shouldn't, Jason. Trust nobody. Trust nobody. This was what was this, 2 nights ago? Yep. And they can go from being your best friends ever and loving you and saying what a great person, friend, mother you are, to seeking to destroy your life and telling everybody what a horrible mother you are. And child services needs to be involved. They will go from praising your recovery to telling everybody that you're a tweaker. Now, you know who's a tweaker? I would think the one on a phone call being told to stop taking pills. The lies they told last night was easily proven false. Carthan was going to quit YouTube because Mandy contacted his ex. Mandy also recorded a phone call by Kim. But why do they do this? I don't know. They do. And if you stand up to them because they have such fragile egos, they will plot and twist. And when I say twist, they will take anything and twist it like a fucking pretzel to fit their narratives. It is dangerous. And that is the problem. They are dangerous. It's not just a YouTube game. It's real life. Yeah, we love you and then drag you on the next live. That's what they do. Oh, Texas, I'm sorry to hear that. People doing on here considering, yeah, there's always a clip channel to find you, except for when it comes to things, Mel, that are needed, like me threatening a subscriber's child. Suddenly, there's no clip channel of nowhere to be found. I don't know, maybe she woke up to what was going on. All right, hold on. Hold on, ladies. You guys popped up at the same time, and it looked like similar names, and I'm like, wait a minute. This can't be real. Okay. All right. Both of you popped up with the same name. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I see that now because my daughter needed my premium account.
Oh, okay.
No commercials, all that. You can
Yeah.
do so much. So
Hey, Andrea, Mom.
Hi, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. No, so I was there last night, and I'm not saying anything about Crafton and Kim except for I'm telling you that it wasn't a setup. That's my point. It wasn't.
that's good to hear. That's good to hear. It wasn't.
How do you know it wasn't a setup?
Because I know. I mean, I know.
How do you know? Do you know what Voices was doing at that moment?
Well, I know what was going on in the private chat prior to this. So yeah.
Did you take screenshots?
Pardon?
Right.
Did you take screenshots of the private chat?
I actually did, but those are private. I mean, that's private things that are going on that I can't discuss. I just wanted to say that it was not a setup. That's my.
Can I ask you this?
Not here to talk about who did what to who. I think it's all wrong, honestly. The way that people go after each other here. I don't have a problem with anyone except really Natasha, but I see a lot of horrible things going on with everybody. It's equally, it's something I've never seen in my life before.
No, there is no equality.
I was going to say it's not really equal.
Yeah, we're not over here doxing people. We're not encouraging people to contact CPS. We're not waiting for people to sniffle to say they're taking drugs.
I didn't say that. I said I see everybody has a part to play. And this
so in the private chat, was Voices telling you all that she was on the phone with Crafton in the private chat?
No.
Then I don't understand how you know that she didn't intentionally turn that mic on.
Because I was there and I talked to her and I saw what was unfolding. I was part of it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to, I'm not going to say any more than that out of respect for anybody. It's not my place.
Well, thank you for your input then. I appreciate it.
I mean, I would do the same thing for anybody. And I'm not here to defend anyone. I'm just saying I was there and it was not a setup. So
didn't I tell you guys this is what Daria was going to do? She was waiting for me to answer her question so she could turn around and tell me what to do in my chat. I know it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that I was talking about a comment. I understand what you're saying, Andrea, but I do know how Voices operates. And you could hear her unmute herself. And then how did she know YouTube was playing it before she came back to her computer to see if YouTube was playing it? It just seems a little coincidental is all.
Because she was like, oh, fuck, or whatever. She came back up and she said, shut this down now.
So Andrea, Mom, do you think that there should be concern? Are you concerned for Kim and Crafton?
Totally. I'm very concerned, but
okay.
I mean, I wish that it was a setup, because now there is concern,
Okay. That's why I'm asking. If you're concerned then, and it's real, then you should be letting people know. Maybe not,
Well, this is also the other thing.
That's what I meant by nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes, because I mean, there's a fine line between what you expose and what you don't. And, if someone believes you versus privacy and what's going on, nobody has to really prove to anyone what's going on. I just felt bad because I was listening to you and I was like, that's not what happened. Okay,
I'll say it's true. It's not anyone's business, but you're coming up and saying that you do have concern for them. So
that's not why I came up to say that. I came up to, you asked me.
Right.
You just asked me if I was concerned. That's
What I'm saying is,
came-
though, you all are aware that there's a domestic violence happening. There's been
Oh,
a
I
domestic
wasn't
violence
aware
happening.
of anything until last night, to be honest.
Oh, you don't know about his charges, about
Mm.
the whole telling everybody he was in a coma, but he was really in jail. You didn't know about all
I
that.
know a little bit about that. I don't know a whole lot. No.
Okay.
I usually listen to, like, I don't talk to anyone personally, maybe one or two people. So, and I try not to get into all that.
Well, I
I
guess
just-
that's another reason maybe you aren't fully aware of everything that's been going on. So, like you're saying, like people's real lives and all that, but are you aware of how much they've invaded people's real lives? Are you aware of what they've been doing to me, to TT, to Angela, to Jill, just a chatter?
A complete turnaround.
Yeah. And I mean, more than just, you
And
two.
Doof and all them.
Yeah. Like they're looking to destroy people's real lives. So I'm not very sympathetic on the aspect of you are where like their real life business shouldn't be on here because they have no problem bringing other people's on here.
No, I know, but that's like like if you do this to me, I'm going to do this to you kind of thing.
Tit for tat.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. Yeah. I've had enough. I will totally agree. That's where I'm at with it. I've had enough of my real life being invaded. And I'm at a point right now where I have no problem doing it back. Why should I?
I don't know. I'm just focused on what happened last night. And if someone, I don't want to say too much because I wouldn't want anyone saying if it was me in my private life. I'm a very private person. I don't put my shit.
Then I'll tell you,
there.
don't ever tell your stuff to Kim and Craft and her voices, and you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah. But they
would be the first ones to go live playing this. If this was me, they'd be the first ones up here going live saying, I told you Granny was a junkie, and I told you she's in a TV situation.
Yep.
And I would say if I was there, that was wrong. And the only reason I'm talking is because I was there last night. And
do you say it's wrong when Voices is on that panel trashing me? Do you say it's wrong then, Andrea, Mom?
Wait,
because I'm really having a hard time with this. Like, you're like a neutral person, but you sit on panel as Voices is literally trashing me, and I mean trashing me.
Do I feed into it? I can't control
do you
her
speak
mouth.
up then? Do you speak up then?
I can't control your mouth. I can't control her mouth.
Right, but you're up here now saying that is wrong. Do you say the same thing on that chat?
That's where it gets confusing, is because I'm not a person to sit there out loud and call someone out.
You came on my panel to call me out.
I will go behind. I'm not calling you out. I'm telling you what happened yesterday.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, do you ever say to them, this is wrong? The same thing you came on my panel to do.
I don't do it in public. Put it that way.
Okay, thank you. That's all. That's what I'm asking. All right.
I don't say things in public. And, for anyone to try to justify anything like ignorance, people just don't. If you don't know, you don't know. And like, I can't control what someone says, especially when it's on someone else's panel. I can't tell them what they should or shouldn't be saying. I don't like any of this ugliness. I think it's really fucked up that everybody just, I'm going to one up you and hurt you harder than you hurt me. And that's not a direct blow to you. That's to anyone. I mean, it's just, it's nasty. It's nasty. It's gross. All this private stuff. And, it's just like, I see a lot, but I don't.
But you don't see the most, right?
My main focus is Natasha. So
did you see them telling everybody that I'm using drugs and I've been tweaking this whole time and that they need to contact? Yes. No. Did you see where they're telling everybody I committed revenge porn while on probation and that they're coming down to my police station to file against me?
Well,
did you hear live where Kim said she's going to drive to my house to beat the shit out of me? Did you catch any of those lives?
Wait, say that last part again. I didn't hear it.
Were you there when Kim and Mandy made a joke about driving down here together to hurt me?
No, absolutely not.
How about the live where Kim said that I sexualize my children to prove I'm not a homophobe when my children are 10 and 16? Did you hear that one?
No.
Did you hear the one where Kim told everybody she has a video of me being abusive towards my son, but she won't play it?
No.
Did you see my entire docs, including my relatives, my neighbors, and my children, up on somebody's CP?
That I did see. Yes, that I did see, and I remember Natasha putting that out forever ago.
No, she didn't. She never put that one out. No, she didn't.
Well, there was
She
a
put
lot
my
of stuff.
background. She put my background check up with my full legal name, but she never put up that where it showed my neighbors, my relatives, and my children.
And listen, Jess,
Wow.
go look on when Mandy did that. I mean, I did what I could. I saw it was wrong and I said something, but we can't.
Right, but then you guys also do this thing where you're like, well, Natasha did it. No. I'm talking about when Mandy did it because of Kim and Crafton.
And that's what
Natasha
I'm
did not
talking
do
about
that.
right now. When Mandy did it, I said
Right.
something in her.
That's what I mean.
told her-
These people have taken their very low blows, and quite frankly, yeah, this is my moment to do it back. Thanks to voices hitting the unmute button.
But wouldn't you feel bad if something like happened?
No, would you feel bad if Spike came and took my children right now because they're over there telling everybody I'm tweaking and I'm masturbating in bed with my son?
Exactly.
That's
That's I feel
disgusting.
bad.
No, I don't agree with any of that. And I'm talking about life or death, though.
What, you don't think that's life or death for me? If my children were removed from my care because of rumors on YouTube? Or how about when my life's in danger because my entire fucking information's sitting on a community post and being justified by liars?
And including neighbors.
See, and
Including
maybe
neighbors,
because when
relatives.
I start feeling uncomfortable in a chat, I leave. Because I don't like it.
Right.
It feels uncomfortable and I leave. I don't like all that private, personal shit. It's gross to me.
I'll tell you what, this is where I sit. Kim and Crafton, they're damn near 50 years old. If they're in this horrible situation, they know how to fix it. Instead of coming on YouTube and abusing other people, in between abusing each other, they should go get fucking help. I was there for Kim during the first one. I'm not there for her this time. And they're also shoving this man down all these females' fucking throats every day.
Okay, so I have a question.
Sure.
Granny's watching. What did I ever do to you to get on a panel and trash me?
Who's
I didn't
this?
trash you. I made it's Burke and Justice.
Okay, thanks.
I made a comment.
You made a comment?
Yeah,
Really?
you
No.
were very passive
No,
aggressive.
you're trashing me.
Well, my
No.
definition of trash and your definition are different.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been good to you forever. And
Well,
you
to-
have come at
No.
me. You teamed up with TT and you come at me for no reason.
That's not how that happened. I didn't team up with anybody and come at you for no reason.
Yeah, you did. Okay, what's the reason then? You came at me. What's the reason?
Do you really think I'm here right now for you, Burke and Justice? Maybe because you
No,
sit on a
I
panel
want
day
to
in
know
and
the
day out where I'm
reason.
being because you sit on a
Because you're
panel.
being attacked by all these people. And
Because you
you
sit
want
on
us
that
to
panel.
stand up for you on a panel.
No, I don't
No,
want you
you
to
want us
stand
to
up for me
stand
on a
up for
panel.
you.
I don't need
But
you
then
to
you
stand up
go
for
and
me.
you do the same thing, Jess.
I
You're
don't-
doing the same thing.
I don't need you to stand up for me. If you're going to sit on a panel where people are saying the most horrific things about me, then yes, I'm going to make comments about you. That's how YouTube works.
You made comments before I even got on any panel.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Let's go back and watch TT's panel. Come on.
We can go back and watch TT's panel. And then I say, let's go back and watch MKB's, but a third of them are down, so we can't.
Right. Let's go watch hers. Let's see who that me and Andrea's mom ever trashed you.
Why are you bringing Andrew's mom in this? I'm talking to you.
Go ahead and talk to me. But we've never trashed you. We've never been unkind
Now,
to anyone.
you sit on a panel where I'm being trashed and you don't say a single word, but then you get in chat rooms and you say all peace and love and people shouldn't be doing
But
this and people
we
shouldn't be
would
doing that.
say a
You
word. We
participate.
would take up for you, Jess, if you would stop coming at us.
I
For
don't
no
even
reason.
like you.
Oh my
Is this a
God.
joke? If this has to be a joke.
It is.
I've
is,
taken
right?
up for
Okay,
you
I thought it was.
many a
This
time. Is
this
it a
is
joke?
bullshit.
Is this a joke, Jess? No, this is not a joke.
Okay, so you sit on
This
panels.
is being a community and coming together and lifting people up.
Oh,
You
is it?
trashing people
Well,
do
people
not
are they
do
saying
that.
I masturbate in bed with my son, Burke and Justice? Is this a
That
community
is
where people come
wrong.
together? But you don't
That is
speak up.
so
That is wrong,
wrong.
do you? You sit there on the panel and you do the same hateful shit night after night, but you think because it's against Natasha Cooper that it doesn't make a difference, and it fucking does. You're no better than anybody.
But you do the same. You do the same to Natasha Cooper.
But I'm not the one
So
sitting
don't
here
sit
saying
there and
beat
say
up
it's okay for you to do it, but it's not okay for us.
Okay. But I'm not sitting here talking about peace, love, and community, am I? You
Yeah,
just
you
said this
do.
should be about uplifting people. That you're not uplifting people when you're doing things like that. That's what I'm
Doing
talking about.
have I ever trashed anybody up there? No, never.
Oh, okay. So you just sit with the trash, but you don't do the trashing.
I sit with the trash.
Right. And what does
When
that
they
mean?
say something that is incorrect, I correct them.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay. Well, thank
You
you
know,
for
I'm not going to put up with that shit, and you know it.
That's wonderful. That's
If they're
wonderful.
trashing you on something that you didn't do, I'm going to stand up for you, no
You
matter
just
what.
You just said you don't stand up for me. You
No,
just
I
said
did not say that. I said no. Listen to
Delaney,
me.
Delaney,
Stop.
did she not just say I don't stick up for you because you
Listen,
trash me?
because I said there's a reason because we don't now, and that's
But you
because
did
you're
it before
trashing
either.
us for no reason.
I've never
Okay.
heard Jess speak of your name, really. I don't really know
Right.
who you are.
Well, go and
I mean,
watch TT's. Go watch TT's
it was
live.
one time in PT's chat, I definitely did say some shit
You
about her.
said that what Dorothy said about me must be true. You
All
know,
about you using
No.
her name.
that is the lowest blow that you can do to me, Jessica. So
Oh,
stop
is
it.
it? Oh, okay.
Yes, it
I
is.
haven't done it
It is.
since, but if you want, I can repeat it here. What I said was Dorothy was not lying when she said that you were in chat rooms using the same username. People thought that you were her, and you were
It was
modded as
my
Dorothy.
username. I come up with the name.
Right, you did
It was
come up with it.
mine.
Yes. All right, you need to take a
Yeah,
breather
you need to
break,
wake
Justin.
up.
I need to wake up.
I've
Okay.
never done anything.
All right, we're done with that.
Okay, so I don't want to be like that. I mean, I there's too much passion, so much hurt.
Well, there's a lot of hurt, but I mean, am I supposed to not speak up and respond to somebody's bullshit when this type of stuff is happening? If you can sit on a panel where people are saying like horrible things about people, you kind of are no better than them. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. And I get it. You guys can't speak up when it comes to voices. Totally understand. Look what happened when I spoke up. I get it.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm not scared of anyone. I just try
Well,
to
no,
keep
I'm
it
not
real.
saying you're scared. That I'm saying I know that Voices doesn't take kindly to people speaking up against her.
Well, I mean, that's on them if someone wants to be like that. I'm me, and I try to keep it real, and that's
What is
that. I'm disgusted with just frankly everything that's going on. It's
yeah, it's gross. Yeah, I agree with you
something
there.
I've never seen, and believe me, I've felt for you many times especially with the I don't even want to say it. I don't know how you say it. With your
It's
son in
horrible.
the room.
Yeah, that's disgusting to say. It's absolutely disgusting.
So
What
I
are you
mean,
talking about?
I can understand why you have your guard up and shit, but you also have to, like, everybody that, like, I don't think bad of you. I just keep it real. Like I was saying yesterday, that I personally feel you came in. I think it's your tone too that people take you wrong. But
That's fine, because many people understand my tone completely. I do want to say really quick, LL and NC are the only ones who ran with the M bait and bullshit. Why are you blaming everyone? Because if somebody came up on a panel and said that Andrea Mom or Andrea Delaney or Broken Justice or anybody in this chat was masturbating and raw dogging themselves to the point of bleeding, knowing it was cervical cancer, you don't raw dog. I mean, the whole with my child in the bed.
Disgusting.
That's you know what? That her mind would go there tells me she's sick.
No, but
right, that was my whole thing. Who fucking thinks like that?
Who thinks like that?
Listen,
no, it wasn't Natasha that said it. It was Voices.
No, it was Natasha. She was repeating. I have the video. Natasha.
Natasha. Okay, show me the video in the time state where Natasha said that first.
Okay, yes, I totally will. Natasha said it, and Voices repeated what Natasha said.
I don't think Coop said with her son beside her.
No, she didn't. And I know she didn't. So I'll wait for the thing. But I'll tell you how. Because I admitted to Voices that a couple years ago when I broke up with my ex, that I had to sleep in a bunk bed with my child. So that's how Voices knew it. Natasha would have never known that. And as a single mother, you do what you have to do. And if that required me at the age of 28 to be in a bunk bed with my child, so fucking be it. But to claim that I was masturbating in bed with my child, no, it's not a big deal. And it's not where I'm at today. So it's no business of hers get up there. So there's no way Natasha said it first. Yeah, she ran with it after Lycan and Voices said it. Yes, after. Absolutely.
I think all that's disgusting. I think it's all disgusting. And I think that Lycan's penis being out there and someone being forced to watch him jack off. I mean, all that is not.
The heck. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Why do they say this revenge porn on Jess when Lycan has it on a public website of him jacking off? So
he does.
Yeah. He's on a public website. That's why
That's why Natasha said the video of him I had to watch a video of him jacking off that Kim and Crafton play in the beginning of their live every time. That's where that came from. So to accuse me of revenge porn, that his little peen pics floating around, it's been floating around. It's been
on a public website.
Oh.
But
you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Right.
See, that's the thing, is everyone assumes certain things, and just because I like Voices, does that mean I agree with her? Fuck no. Everyone's different. I don't agree with anyone 100% of the time. Otherwise, I'd be a little fucked up.
Hi, Jude, and you're exactly right.
And just because I see the good in her, I see some good in Natasha too. But
Lori Lynn, how do you know what photo it is? How do any of you know what photo it is? Unless all of you have seen said photo, how do you know what photo it is?
Wait, what photo?
They're saying the photo of Lycan's dick that everybody saw originated from me. How do any of you know that? Are you just taking hearsay and repeating it? You don't know what photo it is. Lori Lynn, did you ever see it? How do you know that video came from me? Take me to court. Call the cops, press your charges, and take me to court. Take it off of YouTube if it's a serious thing, and let's go. Bring me to court for it. But you don't get to go around telling everybody that I revenge porn somebody when Tammy gave to NC. Thank you. Who's the revenge porner? Thank you, Lori Lynn. Tammy gave it to NC. Isn't that funny how that worked? And Tammy only had the photo after Kim and Crafton had it for 4 months and came out that they had it. Suddenly Tammy has the photo and can show the proof, and Tammy gave it to NC.
And Kim saved it for 4 months.
Right. Actually, there's a live where Crafton says that Lycan sent him his own dick pic. So how do we know it didn't come from there?
Exactly. He did say that.
We can only be responsible for ourselves and our actions. And we're not always the company we keep, because we don't keep the company all the time, and just keep in mind that we don't know what's going on behind the scenes in any situation. I try to remind myself that all the time. Like, I can see how,
hey, Beast,
nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors, but they brought it to YouTube with Kim with that thing, with that message or whatever. Why wouldn't they just say we're taking a break for a few weeks? That's all that needed to be said.
Do you think I didn't confront Voices, Beast Chick? Do you even know what live you walked into? Why don't you come up on panel? Why would I go to somebody else's panel to confront somebody? I have my own channel. She did go, Juju, yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's all disgusting.
Show me where I sent it, Beast Chick. You have one more opportunity to speak on topic. Show me where I sent it, Beast Chick.
You guys, why did he put that out, a video of himself doing that? And where's it at? Not that I want to see it,
but it's out there.
Trust us, it's on a public website, and you don't want to see it. I haven't seen it, but I know that it's on a public website.
No, there's a video of him jerking off. There's a picture of his dick in teddy bear boxers out there. There was a time where he was live streaming. He was showing photos off his phone. He's shown his own dick pic there. He also went on a girl's panel. I think her name was Lauren. I'm not exact. I would have to check that. And Peen Bomb there. So his dick has been out there. Saying that it all originates back to me because people are angry. Get the fuck out of here. You have no proof of that.
See, but I never said that. Like, I didn't come up here to attack you. I just wanted to. I was there last night, and Angela was not. There was no. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought.
You don't believe
there
it was a setup, right?
No, not at all.
Do you think
Angela,
Voices wanted us to hear this?
like her or not, she has a really good heart, and just because she runs her mouth sometimes.
Yeah, she has a good heart when she likes you, Andrea, Mom. Anything you tell her in private while she likes you, she will use against you. And I thought she had a good heart too. You tell people with good hearts. They say they hope a pregnant woman's vagina splits from split to splat. They hope that a baby doesn't survive birth. That's what people with good hearts have.
No, I didn't say that at all. I don't agree with
those are the things she says.
But
right.
Some people you have to think about, especially when they're open about their mental health, you have to consider those things, not excuse them, but consider them. You know, when someone's out there saying, listen, I have a personality disorder, I run my mouth, you know,
that's not that.
Put a 1 in chat. You have mental health issues as well. I'll
put a 1 in for me. Yeah.
Listen, everybody has a different severity, a different type. You can't, that's not a general blanket statement to say,
but you can't excuse it and let it happen over and over and over and over and over. How many years has Voices been going over and over and over?
She should get on the proper medication then.
I mean, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not defending anybody.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm just going to say this. As an adult, we are no longer children. As adults, we have the choice to get and seek help for our mental health issues, right? So for somebody to say and do the vile things repetitively for years that Voices has done, and then come out with a disabled card or I have mental health issues, it's not okay because it's not an excuse. Now, Mrs. P, she has real life mental health issues. Why isn't she shown the same grace? Right?
I was just going to compare her to Mrs. P.
Me too. She was first and foremost in my head when I was saying that, because the impulse control, absolutely. The mouth.
They both are the same. Maybe Mrs. P may be developmentally delayed in, I'm trying to say it in a nicer way. I mean, obviously Voices is much more bright or whatever you want to call it, but impulse control, they're on the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a thing. And that's a thing. That's an actual thing where you can't help it.
Yeah, but you can't forgive it every time for years.
In a calm moment, she acknowledges what she does.
That doesn't do anything. I can sit here and go off and say the most vile things, like, oh, you know what?
Absolutely.
I was depressed.
I agree. Listen, I agree. But some people you just like, and that doesn't mean I'm going to be here. Like, I'm not one of those people that, okay, I'm here unconditionally. You can do whatever the fuck you want to whoever you want, and I'm still here. No, I have boundaries for myself, but just because I like someone doesn't mean we can't control what people do. We can tell them and try to help them make better choices and point it out in a kindful way, but ultimately the choice is up to them. And a lot of people have impulse controls. I mean, I get angry sometimes, especially when I was younger, when I used to run my mouth, and now that I've gotten older, I can definitely control it. But I don't know. I mean, there's so much things that I feel like when I hear, I have no business hearing about anyone's private parts, about anyone's private life, about anyone's medical records. I don't understand. This is fucking a shit show out here. And people get mad at it's so weird how the flip-flop goes. I mean, it's almost laughable.
It is very laughable.
It is, because the minute, like, someone could like me now, but if I say what, or if I go over in someone's chat, like, it's like boom, just like that.
Remember how we used to always say, you know, I'm just going to use Siren as an example. You know, she loves him. You know, he's up there every night. He has that meltdown. Then they're not friends. And then the whole chat doesn't love him anymore. He comes
Isn't
back
that
and
weird?
he's loved. And then they get into another fight and they leave. Like that kind of stuff. I don't know.
And that's people that are, in my opinion, weak and they don't know who they are. They have to follow someone. It's okay to defend someone. It's okay to have someone's back. It's all in the delivery of how
She's still there?
you do it. You can be me.
You cut out for a second.
Oh no, I have such heart issues. Am I here now?
Yes.
Yeah, you're here.
I just have such major issues, and I literally just lost my train of thought too.
It's okay. I know what you're saying. You know, just for me, the whole repetitive behavior without change no longer becomes, you know, excusable. But she's your friend. You like her. I get it. You know.
Well, that doesn't mean I'm going to defend someone with all of me, because I won't do that for anyone. I mean, there is nobody in this world, including my children, that if they're doing something wrong, that I'm going to overlook it and just, you know, like I'll speak up if something in my opinion's wrong. I'm going to say it, but I can't make them change.
Right.
No, we're
When
not
enough
expecting you to make them change.
I can just do my part and control what I can and tell them, you know, this is not okay in my opinion. But I don't know. I feel bad for everybody. I'm genuine. I try to keep it real. When I say something, I literally am trying to understand everybody's side. When I ask questions, I ask a lot of questions, and it's because I want to understand. I want to know everybody's side. And I was asking Kim questions, and you know, she got pissed at me. Why don't you go ask Jess for proof of that? And I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to know. I don't like
Because what
to
they're
take
saying is not true, though. And do you agree that's part of the problem? When you're asking for proof and somebody yells at you, does it like click for you that, you know, maybe they're being dishonest? Have you seen proof yet that I've doxed Mandy? Have you seen proof yet that Jill threatened Mandy's life? Have you seen any proof of anything they have claimed? How about when they claimed Alex Erickson was homophobic, racist, and couldn't afford to feed her kids? Like, why is any of that okay? And it's not until, with all due respect, Andrea, Mom, it's not until it changes to you becoming a target or somebody you truly care about, then you will care that what they're doing. And that's what happens on YouTube.
I know. I mean, I can see what you're saying totally.
Yeah,
but
it's
I'm
wrong.
not there for all that. Like, I don't listen to listen, you guys, there's no way on earth to hear what everyone's saying all the time. It's just not
Yeah, it is impossible to watch everybody. I can get on board with you there.
Right.
But I try to understand, and I travel around, and I try really hard to be neutral, and I try to treat people with respect. When I saw you talking, and it's like frustrating today, because I'm like, no, she didn't do that. Like her or not, like Kim, this isn't even about Kim and Crafton totally for me. For me, wanting to come up, it's because I was there, and it wasn't a plan. It wasn't a setup. It wasn't for.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I believe it was, regardless of what you're saying right now. I believe it was. I believe it is very difficult to unmute your mic at that moment, and then to know that YouTube is playing it before you're back at your computer.
Okay, with that said, I understand that's your opinion. I'm not going to try to change it. But why? What would her benefit of that be? Because you're saying if it was plain.
Because this is what Voices does. She sabotages people. This has been Voices' pattern over years on YouTube.
You have to physically mute and unmute, like.
But what would her gain be?
To put this all out there on Kim and Crafton. Ready? Listen to this. Yeah, even MKB could have at that point muted. Instead, she told everybody to hush and listen so they could hear it better.
Yeah, that's weird that I just heard that. Like MKB, if I was her, I would just would have clicked right off because that now,
Right.
not
And
involves her,
No,
but it was on her
actually,
panel.
listen to how
You
it plays
guys,
out.
that
Ready?
was
Gotta go?
Putting on YouTube, right? I don't know who needs what, but we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this.
And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. He turns around and says, "What are they playing? What's going on?" And then listen.
Yeah,
Now
that
she's
is
gonna walk
his
over
voice
to-
at the end, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she
Okay.
walks over to the computer.
Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
How did she know that YouTube was playing it before coming over to the computer to see that it was unmuted? That's why. Yeah, and she is a liar. 10 years probation. I showed it was 4. It was 2 consecutive years, which means 4. Car ticket's a lie. No, it isn't. It was fucking paid off. They even showed there was no money due because it was paid off. Jess added up church money. Sure fucking did. She got $2,000 from Ryan Upchurch to help with her non-advocacy that she doesn't fucking have.
he offered her that money. But listen, I stay out of it when
Yeah,
she
you know why he offered her that money? Because she told him that she runs a non-profit organization to help find families with missing children, to help find the missing, and said,
She
I can't
does.
charge people for that. That's why I'm on YouTube, to make the money.
She does
to
have
be
a family. I don't know if it's an
bullshit. I'm
she
clear.
does
This
have
is
family.
Does she use her YouTube channel to do that? As she's over there telling people that people masturbate in bed with their kids.
No.
And no, so she lied because we already played the
No,
video.
no. No, I know.
Mhm.
I have a problem with people doing that as well when they're discussing one thing and then, yeah, trying to be serious on the other side. No,
Yeah,
she doesn't
because she
do it
lied.
on there. But
No,
I don't, when I what am I supposed to do if
Jess,
someone's
are you meaning to do that?
I ignore when I hear someone like I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
really know you, Jess, so I can't sit here and stick up for you because I don't know you. I don't know everything that's gone on. I haven't heard your side like per se. So I just dip out when people start talking shit and I feel uncomfortable and I don't know a whole lot about it. And then if they attack me when I ask, then I just, I back off.
Right.
But I have asked you questions and I know, texting is anyone typing, it's very misconstrued, very,
Even in
very.
chat, you got to use punctuation and everything. Things get very misconstrued.
Well,
So,
to be completely honest, when I see you in these chats or on these panels where I'm being, fucking dogged, of course, I'm going to think that you, your intentions are not pure.
I mean,
when you're
I
answering
can
questions.
see how you would feel that way. I mean, stepping back, but I don't come with motive. Like I don't know. I don't know what to say. I know there's very few of me out there, people that keep it real. I don't have a motive or a plan or a plot or I don't even know. I found my way here by accident.
So this is the Upchurch one. This is where the money was given. Ready? And just for everybody in the chat who's unaware.
I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. Around there, it's a whole town that's abandoned. Oh.
To try the case because of all of the interviews and all of the online shenanigans that both of the Wells engaged in.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
True.
But I have felt from the very beginning, and Tiffany Marie knows this. She doesn't believe what I believe, but she knows my opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was trafficking.
Yeah. I thought both. I didn't really know what to think. That was
Yeah, I just I don't think that Candace and Dawn did this well.
Mm-hmm.
That voices.
I agree with that. Okay, so I'll give you my theory. Here's my 100 Burr is on a live stream 24/7, wanting to pay attention to what's being done on YouTube and attempting to go on every channel and control the narrative in the beginning until people figured out her game. That's my personal opinion, but that's what I've always thought.
That lady.
So what'd she talk to you about?
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, whoa, dude.
YouTubers. It was probably JLR, Betty, and crew. I won't lie.
Oh God, they actually travel and go harass and do stuff like that. Wow.
Ryan,
Okay, who is-
JLR, listen, Ryan, JLR, Betty, Molly, all of them travel down. They raise money online. Molly was saying that all Cash Apps, Super Chats, PayPals would go to this certain expense, thousands.
She leaves out here that she was also part of this trip, and this is where she made the fake vaccine cards. But wait till when she tells Ryan Upchurch to get $2,000 out of them.
That's what I was going to say, Jess. What about the fake vac cards?
They were made for this trip because she was going. She leaves all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of dollars, lots of money was raised online. And then they went down there to pull up at a job site.
And I'm so sorry.
Well, that's how I got my start over here. So we're all,
Okay, cool.
that's who I refer to as the monster face life coach. I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. She's like, Ryan, do you need a life coach? And then like 3 hours later, she's like, hi, on the bathroom. Like, she pulled her pants down on live the other night. Showed her whole ass. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
Well,
sorry, Jules. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry as well.
I'm trying to be as respectful. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible.
You're alive.
You do realize that Ryan and I could turn this into the absolute Jules shit show.
Were y'all angry with Andy? And she said additives to Candace, said it bigger
on somebody else's channel and said that there was something in the pop bottle. That's why she was passed out in the backseat of the truck.
There you go. And drinks.
Flavor because it helps taste. Take a
What? Or so you rather
it's on YouTube. To get any justice.
No. It can never go. If Candace Wells walked up and said, I did the whole thing, they could never get a conviction because of.
There's
Can I help y'all create it?
I would love it, Ryan. I would love it.
That'd be
There's
awesome.
a free advocacy course that people can take out on ovat.gov. Office of, all you type in Google is Office of Victims Assistance advocacy training, and it's a no cost 70-hour course. And that was my whole goal, because I cannot tell you, I have 7 missing families that I consistently deal with. At least I touch base with one family every day, 7 days a week.
Dang, that's a job in itself.
Yeah,
that's why I'm on YouTube, is to support being able to do that, because how do you charge for advocacy? I don't charge for what I do. I never do. And all you're there for is to support the families. I'm here to be the bridge between families of the missing and law enforcement. So these missing are not forgotten. That's all I came out here for.
Can I help you? Can I do you have a cash app?
I do. I do.
What is it?
$V4VWY.
Oh, hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. It is $
V4VWY.
Oh, voices for the voiceless.
That was
so,
and I got lost in the mess.
So the like you were talking about having an advocate for each one of these crime victims.
Ryan Upchurch was led to believe that she runs an advocacy for 7 families she's currently helping. That is why she made her YouTube channel, to help support that. So he gave her $2,000 to help her with her advocacy for these families. She turned around and immediately bought a TV, marijuana, fixed her truck, gave money to MKB. None of that was meant to be for that. It was supposed to be to help her with this advocacy that she told all of us she lost the license of. She's a fucking liar.
And blamed many people, different people, for her losing her license.
And she also told that Ryan told her she could do whatever she wanted with the money. No, he didn't. That's never stated here. He thought he was donating to an advocacy. There's no denying it. So that's the truth of what happened there.
Well, I know that she does help families.
Yeah, well, I wonder if these families know what she does when she's not helping families. When she's out here harming families. Saying
right.
With their kids, or hoping a pregnant woman splits from split to splat. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty disgusting. I don't believe she helps families, so
that's not an advocate.
No, that was very sweet of Ryan. Yeah, very.
There's probably a difference between a licensed advocate or an advocate. Like, anyone can call themselves an advocate, you know.
Yes, but she said she had her own what's it called?
Advocacy.
And what does Lana have?
She said she took a course.
Yeah.
for free. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
free
it's called.
70-hour course.
She also
She
said
also
she was
told
at
everybody-
9/11.
Right. And
Oh,
she also told everybody that I outed the Ryan Upchurch money. She lied. She was on panels herself saying it. Before I said it, she was on panels admitting that she got that money from Ryan. Finally
I
stood
don't
up
know.
saying it.
All I see in that, I didn't see anything wrong with that particular clip you just played, because
Yeah.
she wasn't alluding to the fact that she needed money or give me money, and she does help families, and that right there, and she's her own, like, she's a private advocate. She wasn't, what she did with the money, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just saying with that exchange right there, she wasn't asking him for anything. He completely offered, and she wasn't even expecting it. He said, "What's your?"
So here's the thing:
But she was talking about her advocacy though, and that's
she
why
was
he
talking
sent
about
it.
her advocacy, saying, "How do you charge for it?" That's why I'm on YouTube. And at this point, Ryan was throwing money around everywhere. So she
She said,
absolutely knew.
"I don't charge for it," is what she said. She goes, "I don't charge for it. I do it for free."
Right, but she doesn't do it. Thank you, Cherokee. Thank you so
But
much.
yes, she
My
does. I know she does. She does.
Right. Okay. I mean, we can disagree there, but I'm saying at this point, Ryan was throwing money around left and right. She mentions this advocacy, says that's what she's on YouTube for. I'm sure Ryan didn't know the truth of what she does on YouTube. And I think she knew he would send her money. And then she ran around and told everybody he told her do whatever you want with the money, but he didn't. We just played it. He never says that. He thinks that he's donating towards an advocacy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know she does help families. I know that for a fact.
That's cool then. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah,
When
and
she's
that's
on
the
YouTube for
things.
14 hours trashing people. Yeah. In
Those
between
are
what
the
time?
things. Those are the things that I focus on, is the good in her. I'm not.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, I do. Things get really ugly, and it is
Yeah,
easy
she
when you
was on
like
YouTube
someone.
yesterday on
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
No, go
Well,
ahead.
I was gonna say she was on a panel. She was on panels yesterday for 14 hours between the panels, 14 hours trashing people. When and where is she searching? When and where is she helping these families? And how? And how do people I mean, right. It just
She was
but
trashing
I get it.
people
She's
for
your
4.
friend. You want to believe it.
No,
Yeah,
I
14
know,
hours. Yep.
because I know she does. I know she does. And it really sucks when you can't prove something because of privacy things, and you want, you have to just take my
I
word
haven't
for
heard
it.
her advocate. I haven't heard her speak about one of these families. If she was advocating for these families, you think we'd hear about at least one of them out of 7?
But
I
I
was
want to go back to Jess. You said that yesterday she was on 14 hours bashing
Yes.
people. Isn't she hanging
Mhm.
with Queen Bee?
Yep.
Like doing good over there, helping with her?
Oh yeah, she sounds like she's doing good over there.
sorry.
I don't listen to people. I'm just saying.
I know. I just think it's funny that she ran around telling everybody that, everybody on YouTube was the reason she lost her advocacy, and now she claims she has an advocacy and she's collecting money for it. And
Yeah, I never heard her say that about. When did
losing the
she say?
advocacy.
Okay, say that one more time. Sorry.
You never heard her say that she lost her advocacy and blamed it on several different people?
No, what was the first thing you said? You just said 2 things. I'm sorry.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Someone in chat tell us.
Yeah, I don't know what
Even
I
though
just
I
said.
can't read chat.
You were saying something about she told someone that she had an advocacy and then she got it taken away
yeah.
or something.
She told everybody that people on YouTube is the reason she lost her advocacy. But then there she is sitting there with Ryan Upchurch telling him that she has an advocacy license.
No, she's her own independent advocate. Isn't that what Lana is too?
Lana's a nonprofit.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Nonprofit. Long time ago. Didn't Voices say she had a nonprofit at one time?
See, and that's what I'm asking you guys, because I don't know what you're saying. Did she say that?
Mm-hmm. Here, you want to hear it?
She said that she has.
You were able to put that all together. However, guess what? Critical case, scary bitches, they already got it, so that I don't do anything with that fucking advocacy certification. And you and your little asshat, Angela Ferris, you worked really hard very early on to fuck up what I was building. So congratulations. Do you all realize that you just fucking ruined a disabled person's life? Good job. You just actually proved my point that you're nothing but a bunch of trifling ass bitches. Eat a dick, hun. Eat a fucking dick. Eat a great big bowl of them. Eat a bag of them. I hope you fucking choke on a cock the next time you decide to give a blowjob. You know what? I hope you die from choking on a motherfucking pubic hair, because that's the type of death your gross, disgusting, vile ass deserves. Clip it, eat it, fucking bend me over, lick my snatch, smell my dirty butthole.
Oh God.
Dumb cunt.
Who's she talking to?
She blames.
I had them enough cruel comment.
First, she says critical K. Then she blames Angela. And yeah, I mean, it depends who she was blaming at that moment. But that's a hell of an advocacy. Hell of an advocacy.
I mean, I get it. I mean, talking like that is really disgusting. It is, and
that was a long time ago that she said that, and it hasn't stopped. I've known Voices since she was her real name. She was a mod for J for Justice, and then she came over to Critical K. Like, she causes crap wherever she goes. That's why me and Voices have never gotten along in like 3 years, but I'll be in a chat with her or whatever, or when people liked her and stuff. But
I mean, she has blamed several people for losing that advocacy, but as you can hear, it's her own mouth that made her lose it. I have another clip where she says that the people that were on the board with her, she claims she ran the board. She claims it was her advocacy, that they didn't want to work with her because of what she's doing online. And she's blamed several people. She's blamed Science Girl. She's blamed Molly. She's blamed Laura. She's blamed Angela. She's blamed Critical K. She's
Critical K.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's your friend. I get it. I'm telling you that when I say things, I always back it up with the proof. And that what she's telling everybody about running up churches. And she also lies saying that I exposed it when I'm not the one that exposed it. She did. She went on a platform and told everybody Ryan Upchurch gave her money. But
well, since we're keeping it real, remember when you and her were good? And I remember what happened, what went down when you were asking her, confronting her about the split to splat shit. But prior to that, like, if it was that the straw that broke the camel's back for you?
Well, yeah,
like what?
Well, yeah, pretty much. That is because I'm not going to, because people were blaming me for her saying that. And I'm totally against that. I'm not okay. I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, see that exactly. So you know how it is. Like, just because someone says something, you're not responsible for it.
Right. That's why I spoke out. And what happened when I spoke out? I was then accused of masturbating with my child.
You know, someone had asked at one point, I think it was Melissa, had said, you know, when Voices came out with that and said it's because of her hate for Coop that she's going after her children. And I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Melissa saying that, like, Voices wouldn't go after Hannah and the older pregnant daughter if she didn't hate Coop. And it's true, 100%.
And at that point, I had backed off from Voices prior to that because her hate for Natasha was just too much. It was way too much. It was disgusting.
You were backing away from her.
Yeah. But this is what happens. If you speak out against what Voices does, you become a target. So I get that's why many people don't speak out. Don't blame them.
I mean, I will ask someone. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make coffee. I don't like to call people out publicly because I would never in a million years want anyone to do that to me. So if I
Yeah.
can get in touch with someone privately, because I'm not about shaming people like Natasha is.
Yeah, the only reason I said it publicly is because I was being accused of it publicly.
No, I'm
It's
not
only
even
human
talking
nature
about you,
to
Steph.
it's
No, I
only
know.
human nature to want to come out and defend yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's probably a lot of people like me that don't like publicly, and everyone has different opinions. And some people are like, "Well, it happened publicly, so we need to address it publicly." Everybody's different.
Yeah, I
Everybody's.
agree.
We all have different perceptions of what's right, what's wrong, you know, and we have to understand and respect and learn from each other and not always be so critical. Like just because Voices doesn't like you, I'm not gonna not like you. I don't know you, you know.
Do you guys and I'm really not saying this to be a smart ass, but this is like the same stuff that Broken Justice says, but then you guys sit on a panel where like horrific things are being said. So do you really feel that way, that like we should learn from people and blah blah blah, but because you hate Natasha, it's okay not to share that same grace or energy when it comes to her?
Give me an example. Oh, you're saying about Angela?
Yeah, like when you're like, oh, you know, we should learn from different people and you know, whatever. Like you're basically saying like let's show like a little grace way, right? Like Voices has mental health issues, you know, blah blah blah. Let's give her a little grace way. But do other people, when that panel's taking place, are they giving grace? Was I giving grace? Is Natasha giving grace? Or do we pick and choose who should be giving grace based on who we like and who we don't?
Listen, when she's on my panel, it rolls differently than it does when MKB. When she's on there, like I can't control that, and I just ignore, or I go do stuff around the house while she's talking her shit. I can't stop that. It's not my panel.
No, I get that. I get that. I'm not saying you should stop it or anything
But
like
there
that. But you
are
do
things
realize,
that if anyone was on, you know, like I would, if I was in control, things would be different. And there are things that people say sometimes that make me feel very uncomfortable, and that's all I can say, whether I like them or not. And to me, it's like if the good weighs out the bad, that's kind of where I'm at. And you know, it doesn't mean I won't get to a point where I'm like done, because you know, you get to a point where enough's enough. And
well, I get it. I get what you're saying. Here's a piece of advice I'll give you, because I'm not here to change your mind about who you like and who you don't and all that other bullshit. But I will say, the longer you swim in the waters, the more you come out smelling like it. And you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't, Lori Lynn. It took a different spin. It doesn't have anything to do with me calling her out. I don't know what you mean. Well, what after I called Voices out for disagreeing with what she said, I became a target. And then the hate bonding began. And suddenly she's friends with Lycan, who she couldn't stand. And she's friends with Kim and Crafton, who can't stand each other. And everybody over there hate bonds is fucking disgusting. And then they have the audacity to question if I'm going to team up with Natasha fucking Cooper. Right? Because they're hate bonders. They run to each other. And I hate. It's just stupid. It's hypocrisy. It's stupid. Yeah. And I don't know what good has outweighed the bad and disgrace by anyone else when you're calling them out. Who am I calling out, Lori Lynn? I'm not the one up here saying people should get grace. I have no idea what you're saying. Do you want to click a link? If Voices gets grace, why ain't no one else when you're calling them out? That is what I was asking. Yeah. I'm saying that because I often hear people say when it comes to people they like that they deserve grace, and the things they say, even if they're vile, we take it for what it is because of blah, blah, blah. But how come that grace isn't shown to other people?
3 years of grace? Like nobody does. Like, come on, man.
And I believe full-heartedly that she set this phone call up on purpose. I do. I know you don't, and I understand and respect that. I'm not here to change your mind on it. I'm just telling you what you said didn't change my mind, to be honest, you know?
Yeah. No, that's okay. See, all I can do is control what I can, and I feel better that I put it out there that I don't feel that that was a setup at all. So, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to change your mind either. I just, you know, you do what you can for what you feel, and then you let go of the rest.
Right.
That's all I can do. But I don't have any bad bones with you. And when I ask things, I'm just trying to understand. And
Yeah,
I'm
asking
not
things is good.
someone in your chat said I was naive. I'm not naive. I'm just trying to understand.
I think you understand more than you let on. I do. I don't think you're a naive or stupid woman at
No,
all.
I mean, honestly, I'm telling you, a lot of the time I don't want to hear it, and
Right.
I'll start doing other stuff, and because I can't. I do want to hang out with some people, and sometimes, to be honest, I'll go to people just to chat with the chatters, not necessarily the channel
The
owner.
creator.
And
Right.
and also in the same sense, I'll go just literally to hang out with the person who's talking and fuck the chat, you know?
Yeah.
So I try to, it's hard because you start caring about people on here, and then you start feeling for them, it's just so ugly out here. And you know
And I'll
what?
tell you what, and what happens is when you care about these people and you get close to them, the minute you do something they dislike, they will put all your business on here.
That is not okay with me, and I don't want you to think that. I don't want you to think that anybody talking, if I hear just the kids and the private parts and medical stuff, like all that stuff, it's sick. It's sick.
It is sick. I agree. And
I
there's a
don't know
line
why
that is crossed
people,
that shouldn't be crossed.
I don't know why people think it's okay. Like,
I'll tell you why, Andrea, Mom, and I'll say this as respectfully as I can. People think it's okay because people like you support it. Because you're not putting a stance against it. You're not correcting it. You're not saying I won't be associated with it. Therefore, they continue to do it because there's always going to be somebody who's going to support it.
Do you want to know what a great example is? And I was
Yeah.
in CJ's chat, and I think you were there, Jess. And CJ was pissed, and she had every right to be.
I'm sorry.
And then she brought up somebody's mother, and Jur said, "Hey, don't do that."
Right. We don't go
That
there.
right. And Country Joe said, "You're right. You're right. I'm just mad." But that's what someone like what Jur did with CJ, and they're friends. You know what I mean?
Friends, why it's okay. Yeah, but I'm not
No.
friends with some of these
No, I'm
people
saying
too.
Juror said to CJ, "Hey, do not go there on a panel."
Mm-hmm. And did she
Because
go?
no, okay. CJ was pissed, and she mentioned Lycan's mother, and
Jor
Juror
was up
was
there.
with CJ
Oh.
on the panel, and she said to CJ, "Hey."
Now I know you're angry, but we're not going to go there. And that's how easy
Exactly.
it can be done. But Delaney, the difference between voices
Yeah,
and CJ
voices
is
would freak out, right?
voices would freak out, tell you go fuck yourself, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Go split from splat and lick your bum
Right.
hole and blah blah blah. But and CJ was just like, you know what? Okay, you're right. That was a great example right there.
Right. Well, we teach people how to treat us, and if you allow someone to like you guys just said, they're friends. They're friends. They're good friends. So yeah, they have a very good respect. I'm not friends with Kim and Crafton. I'm not friends per se with anyone on here. So I don't have that kind of relationship to be able to step in and say, hey, I mean, I can try, and I do once in a while, but
right. I get it. I get what you're saying, and basically what it comes down to is nothing's going to change your mind. So it's kind of going in circles at this point.
Well,
how you feel,
everybody has to learn on their own, you know?
Yeah.
Like even with Natasha, they have to learn. And I know you're seeing, it's that I'm only thinking of Natasha, but she is the main problem. I mean,
I
she
disagree with that. I think Kim and
she's
Crafton
the
and voices
root.
are equally a problem. And look, they all
Coop's
came
too
from
worried about Coop's worried about MRB and BBT. Like, she's not, Coop hasn't even been really a topic of our discussions lately.
Well, and that's because here, if you think about it, Voices sat on Natasha's panel. That clip I played of Voices saying choke on a pubic hair, that was from Natasha's panel. Kim and Kristen sat on Natasha's panel. Yeah.
And Siren.
And Siren was on there, and Doug and all those good people. So all the worst came from Natasha. So I think that there are other problems in this community, and I think that's part of the problem too.
No. I didn't say that Natasha's the only problem by any means. I said that she's the root. Everyone came, and with that, she was.
Well, she's been around the longest.
Right.
Like everything is stemming from her. The stems.
Yeah. They all came from her.
I'm not saying she's the only problem, but I am willing to listen to anybody, you know. I'm pretty open.
I do understand what you're saying. You see, because you dislike Natasha a lot, so you see her as the worst. Where in my situation, I've had you know, these people do equally, if not worse, things than Natasha.
No, I'm backstage.
You're not backstage. You're on stage.
I'm backstage. Yeah.
No, you're on stage. Shift, you're on stage.
They don't understand.
Hey. See, that's what you do. When somebody comes on stage and they're having a conversation, they don't realize they're on stage, you turn it off. So I'm going to turn it off for Shift until she's ready to realize she's on stage. So we're not going to hear her personal conversation.
I don't even think that MKB was paying any attention last night. Is that what you're saying? That she should have muted it?
No, she was saying shh, shh.
She told people to be quiet so you could hear it.
No,
What do you
guys, listen, that was me. I was saying shh, and I said you got to go because I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. I didn't know. I didn't know.
They think you're legit.
I didn't know if she was talking to
Shift,
us.
you're on. Bro, that was you. That wasn't her.
They think that you're legit. Voices, they buy it. They think it's all real, that you're like a good person and everything. It's so, I know, it's pathetic. I know, they're so crazy. Voices, no, they literally think that you're a good person. I know, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I know. No, I'm backstage. No, I know. Oh my God, Crafton.
You're not backstage. You're on screen.
Keep it up. I know, right? What do I do with the bodies? I don't know. What do I do? I don't know where to put you. Put the pills. It's fucking crazy.
Shut up,
Cooper. Okay. Where's the 20K? I know, right? Legal shit. It's funny. Oh shit, motherfuckers.
Shift. Blink twice if you need help.
I guess she doesn't know how to mute, huh?
She was demonstrating what happened with Voices. Like, there's no way. Yeah. That's what she was doing. She was saying that's how, like, you know, set up it is. But seriously, because listen, again, I'm sorry, but I think that was Mama Knows Best that said
yes, but
I'm saying that ones that give her money all the time.
Hello?
I just believe that she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail. I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Well, she don't know.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
I can't hear her.
Laying hands on anybody.
Now, Andrew and Mom, that was not you that said shh, be quiet. That was Mama.
No. I said shh. Okay. I was the one saying shh because I couldn't figure out if who she was talking to or what she was talking about. I was trying to listen because I didn't know what the fuck she was doing. She was in the distance.
Okay, let's listen one more time and we can see whose bubbles are moving too.
You can see what bubble moves, yeah.
It was me. I said shh. And then I said, do you got to go?
I don't want anybody going to jail.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I'm working.
Well, she don't know.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
I can't hear her.
I don't want to be laying hands on anybody.
You see, Mama Knows Best say be quiet. She has a very southern drawl.
Wait.
I mean, you might have said shh too, but Mama Knows Best definitely did say be quiet.
I said shh, and then I said, yeah, she might have said that.
Yeah, she said be quiet. You see her head move.
We were trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, and then I saw a private chat, and then I knew what was going on. So
I see. Okay.
And then I said you gotta go. Because I didn't know. You know when something's unfolding right then and there, and you don't know what's going on. You're trying to. I'm kind of slow with that, trying to figure out what the fuck she was talking about, who she was talking to. But my concern, I don't want anyone getting hurt. Like,
no, neither do we.
I don't mean mentally. I mean
physically. Do you know
Exactly.
that I have messages of Kim's that I could have shown, and I stopped showing them when I found out that he held a knife to her neck? I said, I'm not going to show these because I don't want to lead to anybody getting hurt either. But do you know what they've done to and to me and to my friends since? It has been despicable. So at this point, if anybody, it sounds like people are being hurt. So now what?
I don't know. See, I don't have any part in that. I'm just, like I said, I came up here because I'm thinking, oh my God, what if something happens? And I don't want you doing all this and then, like saying whatever you're saying, and then you don't have a full understanding. I don't even have a full understanding. I just know what I saw. And
well, Voices has a full understanding, so you should probably ask Voices what she's doing about it, because it's very clear in this clip what's happening.
And Fiddle DD says that the private chat was popping a lot longer before the emergency.
I don't know. I mean, it seemed to have been. I didn't go look at it until after, like a little bit later.
Yeah, so here's my thing. All right, so we've now established through police reports and everything else in between, in Crafton's own words, he admitted he hit Kim because Kim was going to hit him. So we know all that took place. We now have this phone call that comes out, right? Here's my thing. But she sends her abusive man to come and abuse other women on the internet. Why am I or anybody else here supposed to protect her from herself? And I was that real friend that checked on them many times, Joe Madre, and look where it led me. All my business being put out there, doxing me, pulling up backgrounds, lying about my record, everything in between.
Yeah, I don't like all that shit. I don't play that way. I don't agree with any of that. I think it's terrible, all of it. But ultimately, right now, I was looking at self-harm.
No way. Turtle Gum. Good to see you, bro. I haven't seen him in forever.
Billy Sunday, they were live in the middle of the night. They were live at 3 a.m.
Who was?
Kim and Crafton.
They were
today? Or yeah, they were?
This morning, 3 a.m. Yep.
They were
trashing Angela, digging into every aspect of Angela's life. It was very bizarre. Kim was screaming from the upstairs and screaming in the comment section. It was insanity. He was very friendly. She was screaming at him in chat.
I think they don't like each other. I honestly, there's been a change obviously since, and I think Angela calls her Banshee or whatever. She has the way she's been going on. Like I did leave them. Obviously, I think they've even said stuff on their panel. I don't care.
Yeah, they'll call it anybody that leaves them. Yep. And the live ended abruptly and was deleted. Then this phone call happens with Voices. Crafton's live last night is deleted too.
Is it?
So you don't have it to show us or to let us hear?
I have clips of it. Yeah.
Can I hear?
Yeah, I was sleeping like most people.
Can I hear like we're on a private conversation? The world's listening.
Hold on. Because right here is screenshots from it. You even have Kim saying Crafton's in his own world.
So this is well after we got off. This was well after MKB's. Okay, so I know she's okay. So yeah, I want to hear.
And then you have right here in the comment, Kim saying, what is it Alicia showed on Noodle Messages? Messages of Crafton, I'm told. I don't know. He's in his own world currently. Is anyone here that watched Noodle Mash today? Okay.
No, I don't ever watch her.
No.
Give me 1 second.
I think it's important to remember just because we see someone somewhere. I see a lot of people in places I wouldn't be. And I'm sure people feel the same about me. It's not who they are.
Wait, what?
Me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I don't know. I lost my train of
The,
thought.
the live was before the phone call. The live ended abruptly, and then this phone call with voices took place. It was before. I heard Crafton angry at someone just before the stream ended, angry about revealing a conversation. Yeah, he was angry at Alicia for showing conversation she had with Crafton on Noodle Mash. Yeah, yeah. And that's what these two did, though. They've dug their holes so fucking deep by going after people that they can't handle people going back after them. And then what happens? They get on here and they abuse people, and apparently they get offline and abuse each other. But why are any of us responsible for that? I'm not. I don't give a fuck. No, there was 2 lives, Penny, for your thoughts. There was a middle of the night live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was a before and there was an after. Yeah, there was a 3 a.m. live. But basically what it's getting to is they're not fucking healthy. And somebody needs to intervene. Somebody that allegedly cares about them needs to intervene. And I don't think intervening is revealing this conversation on the phone on YouTube.
But you're playing it more though, and putting it out there more.
Oh, fucking right I am, Andrea, Mom. Yes, I am. After everything they've done to me, yes, I am. I am having my petty moment. You better believe if this was my phone conversation leaked, they would have done the same fucking thing to me.
Yep.
But where does it end though? Where does
it don't end with me? I'll tell you that much. Does not end with me. After everything they've done to me, nope.
Because it is.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get you worse than you got me.
That's normal human. That's normal human behavior.
Yeah, this is not worse than what they've done to me. Mm-mm.
Not at all.
No.
But if something happened,
that's not on me, Andrea, and I'm not going to have people try to put that on me. It's not. I'm not responsible for what 2 near 50-year-old adults do to each other in their private life. I'm not. And I'm not going to allow it to be. They endangered me. They endangered my family, my children. They have encouraged people to contact CPS on me. They have lied and said that I'm strung the fuck out when they're the ones strung out.
I haven't heard them say any of that, but I only listen to them for their Natasha coverage.
Right.
So I don't really get into all that. I think they have good coverage.
Amen,
old
I listened to them too when they were doing Coop. You know, like I get what you're saying there, but
yeah, they have a lot of info there.
Yeah, because they're fucking stalkers. And they dig into everybody's fucking life. They download everybody's videos. They dig into every aspect of your life. They show everything and anything they can about somebody to destroy them.
I think they have admitted that they have they've downloaded every one of Coop's videos.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, man.
It's beyond weird. Beyond weird. And I'm infuriated that I ever forgave Kim after the first incident on the basis that I believed Crafton was in the hospital and might not fucking live, to find out he was in the prison for beating the shit out of her.
I don't know.
Well, I understand you care and good on you, but I wonder when people do this to you and your family and your kids, how much will you care then?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, that's terrible to put anyone's private information.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm with Fiddle D. If anything does happen or did happen, I think it's on voices, and you guys who were on that panel heard it and didn't react or didn't do anything. They're not my fucking friends.
I don't know how to contact them. That wasn't on me.
Right, it's not on me either. I agree. I think it's on them. I think they're adults. And I think Misha's right. I think it's not going to stop until they log off and get help.
I think so many people, this is their life right here. And that's so weird to me, you know?
Yeah. They don't log off. They have nothing else. Yeah. Do you know Kim's up at fucking 6 a.m. in the morning going through old conversations she had with people and removing reacts off them? Like something
you took my heart away.
Yeah, that's not healthy at all.
No, it's not healthy. And they're obviously, since the day of the surgery, they have clearly been under substance abuse. You can hear it. Yeah, his voice is their advocate.
That's a good one.
Why can't everyone just be nice to each other?
Yeah, that would be nice.
I don't know. Don't judge me. I just try to understand people.
Can I ask you, Andrea,
Sure.
how long have you been around?
I've been around. I think I found Natasha from Critical K like maybe like 14 months ago, right around a year, a little more. And you know what's funny is I went over to Natasha because Critical K was saying such horrible things about her. And you know, I like to she was bullying her pretty much. She was bashing her and belittling her, and I was like, who the fuck is this lady that seems
Yeah,
to
but didn't Coop view like Twitter stuff from like 12 years ago on K?
I don't know. I see. I
And
didn't know at that point what was going on, so I went
yeah,
over. I went to see who this Natasha person was, and I liked her. She was funny. She was fun. This was a long time ago, and then I just watched her throw everyone under the bus, and I was trying to figure out: is this person like an actress? Like, is this for real? Is it fake? What's she doing? And then I realized like people really were genuinely getting hurt and fucked over by her. And that's kind of, and then Scarlett left. And I just saw so much inconsistencies and brainwashing and probably like everyone else. And I just wanted to speak. I went, Scarlett left. I went with Scarlett and I was still going, is this woman like an actress? Is this for real? It was
yeah, I could
weird.
see at first being new thinking
Yeah,
that, but no, that's just her, and she'll
I
tell you I'm the same person I am.
no, she's getting, I mean, it was probably there, but she's getting real comfortable with letting it all out. She got no shame in her game. But yeah, that's initially how I found my way over.
Okay.
But
Well, Kim and Crafton have been around for a good 3 years, along with Coop or whatever. So there might be things that you don't know.
exactly. But I know they do know a lot about Natasha, and that's why I started listening to them.
Yeah, they know a lot about everybody. They spend their entire day digging into people's lives.
Yeah, that's not okay. I mean, and I do think it's okay because Natasha's not supposed to be here. I don't give her grace like I would anyone else because she's a different breed. And she shouldn't be here, period. She's not allowed.
Well, she doesn't conform to society's rules, and
Nope.
you know, I personally, one way or another, don't care if she's here or not. I've never reported her. I've never nothing. I don't do that.
Well, I wonder, what are some people going to have if Natasha does leave her channel? Because
Right.
that's all some people do is read streamers. So I don't think they want anything done with it. Macy, I played the phone call here. They dig and create havoc, yeah. And I guess it's supported so long as it's against somebody you don't like. Hey. Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
I see what you're saying. I don't want to be on the outs with anyone here. I don't know. I don't want to be a diehard fan. There's nobody I'm going to swallow who I am to protect.
Right.
I just want to understand and I try to listen to all sides, but when it gets uncomfortable, I leave because I don't agree with it and I can't do anything to stop it. But I see what you're saying. You said, well, you can do something, you cannot engage. But
or don't support it. But that's what happens. People support it until the tables turn on them or somebody they like, and then they're outraged and they're like, well, why isn't anybody else outraged?
If I seen one of my kids' names in a chat as an alt or something, I would go ballistic.
okay, now with that said, are you referring to what happened on BBT's panel?
No. I'm just talking like it's been done to Jess, it's been done to Coop.
Yeah, it's sick. It is. That's all sick. That's sick, but Natasha, that didn't happen the other night. She lied, and
Yeah,
that's
that part. Yeah. The on
Well,
BBT. Yeah.
we can't go and look because the video's down.
Right.
well, that was no, it's not. That video's not down. The next night's one was down.
She doesn't have 2 videos down right now.
She has 2, one from last night and the night before, but the one with the BBT one they were referring to, I believe, was
Like 3 days ago.
like the night before.
I seen Coop talk about it.
That one is still up. Because I noticed that too. I was like, I wanted to go look because I mod for her, and I'm like, nobody said anything even kind of like that. Nobody, like, that was straight up just that right there was a fucking lie. I mean, that was something that was not true.
I think it's pretty well known that sometimes we do believe that Coop trolls herself.
Yes. So yes. And that is twisted. That is just see, and I'm not obsessed with her. However,
I hope not.
But I mean, I've never seen anything like that, like her in my life. I've never. It's fascinating to me, and to me, that is my crime that I'm covering and exposing. I just have never seen a woman with such. I don't even know what to call her. I've never seen anyone that way in my life.
Well, we do have some people in the community that are bypassing her with their shenanigans, for lack of a better word.
Plus,
and that includes
if I remove a comment, you won't even know that it's gone.
Not anymore, yeah.
Yeah, not anymore. No.
So, but it wasn't there because BBT was saying, did you get it yet? And that person was saying, that Gmail person was saying, I'm going to send it to you. I got that all, and I was going to go over it all last night, but I couldn't get on. My computer was being fucky. So, that didn't happen. And if it did, and I see how she ran with it, like she got everybody.
If somebody came in the chat and said it, of course she's going to believe it because that chat does allow horrible things. And for all we know, that Gmail could have been a troll from MKB's chat to get Natasha upset. We don't fucking know.
Well, I was there, and it did. I think I was there. I mean, maybe I don't know. I
don't know where I am half the time either. Don't worry about it.
Seriously.
But you can also admit that there are times that MKB and chat admittedly goes over and trolls Natasha. They follow her into BB's chat with troll accounts to fuck with her.
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, what was I gonna say? Oh, while she said she was sitting over there minding her own business, they were picking apart mommy ramblings. Like, I don't know.
Right. Everybody's picking apart somebody though.
Right. Everyone's picking apart somebody. Like, can't we just have fun?
You would think, you would hope.
Sometimes we do try to have fun lives with Jess. We tried to do some true crime or fun stuff, and then someone will come in and with a comment and ruin it all.
Right. Because people thrive off of the drama. They thrive off of this back and forth, and some people
they don't want us to have fun.
Right.
See, I'm more about the laughs. I'd rather have fun and laugh than all this ugliness. But I see people getting so hurt, and if you could take a face away and look at the situation, maybe our thoughts and opinions would be different.
Maybe.
You know? But I don't know. All right. Well, I'm glad I'll get down. I'm glad that I came up. I don't have any ill feelings toward anyone. I see a lot of loyalty to a fault, in my opinion, with certain people not understanding things. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like chatters. I don't know. Sometimes the chat can be like the subs. Oh boy, they stir
Yeah.
the pot and
Yeah.
sit back and watch it unfold,
Yeah, they certainly do.
and that's annoying. But
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I don't try to do that. I try to keep it real, like I said, and I don't have any bad feelings for anyone except for Natasha. But I'm willing to listen to anyone. I want to understand. So I just felt like I need to come up because I was there and that was genuinely happening. There was stuff going on there. So as long as I got to say my feelings, and I just don't want anyone hurting themselves. I don't care who it is, because the fact is, whether we like or hate someone on here, if God forbid anyone did anything to themselves, we'd all kick ourselves.
Yep.
That's not directly to you, Jess, I promise. I'm just saying any of us. I was thinking about it. Like,
Yeah,
even
no,
if
I'm yeah. You don't yeah.
Asha, I would be that would suck. I don't want anyone getting hurt, you know?
So where does it stop?
I know exactly. That's what we should all be talking about. I don't know.
But if you're participating in it, are you helping it stop? Or are you participating?
Well, I have some information now that I wasn't aware of, and I need to do my own research. That's what I do. I like to see proof, and
I'm the same way, Andrea. I am the same way. But I don't.
yeah, it's frustrating because you guys know things for a fact, and it's like you want me to just know, but I have to see.
It's impossible to know everything. Like, I don't follow all of the people that a lot of you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my
Yeah.
information from the people that I'm with. So I don't see it secondhand. So I will go and check something out, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to ask for proof. I mean, but there's certain things you can't prove because it's none of our business. You know, it's just like with a crime case. There's certain things we're not privy to, and just because we don't know doesn't mean it's not happening.
Yeah.
So same thing here, just because we can't put, I mean, some people go beyond and do put people's personal shit, and it feels so wrong. And when I hear that shit, it's just,
My stomach sank when I seen Mandy's post, which I hadn't seen till like the next day. That has been the worst that I've seen.
Yeah, she didn't want to take it down either. We all said something.
Yes.
A lot of people, me included, said, and she just wasn't having it. So, and there you go. That's how we know YouTube does not work, by mass reporting. Because you know what? Right there, she was getting mass reported for that, and nothing happened.
Oh, that one I did report. Sorry.
I know that's what I'm saying. Natasha, sit on that, because mass reporting don't work. So she was mass reported for that comment and it wasn't taken down. I don't know if she took it down finally. I think she did after a long
It was
time.
up for a bit because I would check and just shake my head, saying to myself, fuck, it's still up?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Had to sandwich it between two other things, so it was harder to report. That's why.
Yeah, and I heard you say that, and that's true. People know how to slither through the rules, so they know how to manipulate things.
Yeah.
I heard you say you did go look, and I saw that. Yeah, that seemed to be the case for sure. But that was interesting that Vivian just came up before me because that was kind of weird.
They always do that. They always try to do that. They see somebody has a lot of viewers. They always try to get their little 5 minutes of attention. Always.
What happened with you and her? Don't mind me asking.
The same thing that happens with everybody. She decided she was going to go be Team Natasha and just turned her fucking back like everybody. Yeah. Hey, Cassandra, welcome. Yeah, it was weird.
All right. Well, I will get off, and I'm glad I got to come hang out and You know, it feels different when you're able to actually speak with someone.
Yes, it is different when you talk to somebody.
Yeah, it feels like they're real. You know, we're all human. We're all the same. We're all here trying to figure it out. Let's try not to be so judgmental, all of us.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for letting me up, and have a good day.
You
Take
as well.
it easy.
All right, you guys. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye. So one more time for the people just coming in. This is what we were going over and discussing today. I think some people's minds don't want to change.
I really showed my face in Natasha's when
no, this
she
ain't
went
it.
after my friend.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I come to the
That's not it. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. See, my problem is it's easy for everybody to say, oh, let's do this and let's do that. But if you're not holding your own friends to it, is it really going to happen? No. If you are going to sit on a panel and participate, it's never going to change it. Never. All right. So last time for those coming in, trigger warning. This is what we're talking about today.
Major trigger warning.
Yes. Pride upon their being vulnerable.
Yeah. I don't want anybody to. I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck what is going on. I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just no. I don't know what to do with where. I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what. But we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this.
Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
So, Jess, you're saying that
I'm sorry,
after this live, Kim and Crafton went live?
I might have had that mixed up. Tell me if I'm right in the chat. Was it after this or before? That was voices on the phone with Crafton. I don't know where to put you, don't know where to put her. Right, because they're both doing the same shit. I just refuse to believe this wasn't intentionally done. I feel like it was very intentional to unmute that mic. I believe. I have no reason. It was before. Okay, it was before they're live.
Okay.
I don't know. They have me confused because now some people are saying no.
Yeah, because I would think if Crafton and Kim went live after this, that they would try and explain something.
I know during their live, you have Kim in the chat screaming at Crafton. For fuck's sake, she sent it to me, and I told her to send it to MCF because Mandy did nothing to me. He is oblivious, clearly. Look at fucking chat, Crafton, last one. And then somebody says, if only you lived together and could tell him. And then she says, I'm upstairs, legging off from my whoring days. You know, because they're such good friends with Lycan now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Before, Kim was upstairs yelling at him in chat. He ended and deleted the live, and then the phone call happened. Okay, I see.
Okay.
But they have been live at all different hours. They have not been live since the phone call. I'm not saying I think MKB was involved, but I also don't think MKB is as innocent as she comes off. I mean, what was Voices just saying about me on MKB's panel? I know, Blue Batunas, because they tried to destroy my life. So I'm revolution in this moment. That's why.
I don't blame Jessica at all. The stuff that they've said about her and how many lives and screaming and yelling about you, and you know that with this you having the sniffles. I have the fucking sniffles.
Right. To claim I'm snorting drugs because I did you
know.
You ever get like your dry nose and a little leakage and
I was in the chat when you were on that live, and I was just saying to myself, oh, Jess has a cold, and look at you've been sick the last couple of days. Like to go out and say because someone's sniffling that they're snorting something, that's dangerous. Dangerous to say.
It's slanderous is what it is.
Yes.
They are blue batunas, a whole other level of bullshit. They are. And because they're miserable in their lives, they come on here and they try to make people as equally miserable. And it's not right.
And they gathered the troops to be with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, have you looked in their chat and seen the people that are now in there?
Right. And why do you think they're all of a sudden in your chat, MKB? These people weren't in your chat a couple weeks ago. Why are they all of a sudden in your chat? Because it's a free-for-all fucking zone. That's why. It's the same thing they did with Alicia's channel. It's a no bars, everything goes channel. And people can say and do whatever they want there. And then, oh, well, she don't like it. She don't allow it. No. Tired of it.
They went to all your enemies, so to say.
Right.
In my opinion. And that's not true friendship.
No. They're sabotaging her channel.
Yeah.
But it turned out it kind of did have to do with your life. It became a discussion. So after a few mentions of backstage, even you asked, these are things you should be informed of. I don't know if they did their members only. They were mainly going to me, but brought up many other creators. They were fighting in chat. And at one point, Kim says, correct in his own world. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, there was no members only.
And I also didn't have 10 years of probation either.
Even murderers don't get that.
Nikki, I'm not saying they're alike. I'm saying their channels and what they allow are similar. I'm not comparing her to actually but I am just saying that there's a similarity where these shit stars all calculate together. They calculate their moves to go to this channel where they can say and do and push their agendas.
I have a question. So Kim and Crafton are with Doof and all that, right? And they're pals. Well, isn't Doof and Alicia pals? Or are Kim and Crafton back buddy with Alicia?
Well, so I don't know, because Alicia ended up apologizing to them only because the car did, and she wants to follow the leader. But then apparently she went on MM's channel and released conversations. So I don't know. Keep up with these people, to be honest.
I can't keep up with it. Did you say MM or NM?
NM Noodle.
Okay, I was gonna say, is Mom not so Miss Mensa still around?
Oh gosh, no. I don't even know.
Okay. But yeah, I thought, hey, what's gonna happen here? Are we gonna see the duo and Alicia become chummy after all the shit they've said about each other?
That's what they all do, though, because it's all in. Right. It's convenient. It's convenient to hate bond over one person, even though none of these people like each other. None.
Just like when when you and Voices had your fallout, and I typed right away, you watch, she'll be with Lycan within days, and that happened.
There she was. Yep.
Yes.
And Kim and Crafton, who don't like each other.
I know. Yes, exactly.
They don't like Voices. They even said she's the mean girl misfit that will say, blah, blah, blah. And she's too much of a liability and everything.
If you've been around long enough, right? If you've been around long enough, then you know the history of the back history of these people that hated each other.
Even just 6 weeks ago.
Exactly.
So it is bizarre to see them all now.
What happened with Tilly?
I don't know. That's why I highlight that to ask.
Okay. I hope she's okay.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, Christine. What do you mean? What happened to her? Needed to know we're not going crazy is a lot. So wait, so there was shit popping off in her. I don't watch her channel. I'm sorry. I know some of you do. I don't care to. I think it's vile. I think that channel is absolutely vile. And I think when you have a vile channel that's equally as vile as Natasha, you lost. And I lost in the beginning. I'm no different. I was vile. I was fucking nasty as shit. And then I learned it wasn't worth it. And I gathered myself and tried to reroute myself. But some people just don't want to see you do better.
They don't, Jess. And you're not the same person. You play back your lives from last year to now.
No, very different. Because you know what? You get what you give. And I was getting what I couldn't handle because I was given it. And
Right.
that's why the invasion of my life was taking place. Now you have Kim and Crafton, who are supposedly good friends of mine. 8 weeks ago, they're on panels screaming how much they love me and what a great mother I am. And they're proud of my recovery. And now I'm a horrible mother doing drugs and I'm a horrible friend, right? It's amazing how that happens. And why
Those are the people. Those are the people you just can't trust those. When people do that. Like I said with Coop, that she's done with everybody who's left her. She loved them while they were there, and then as soon as they decide to leave because they don't want to take the shit anymore.
You're so right. Then suddenly they're in the same fucking
They're
place.
hated, and they've never liked them, and never.
And they've always done this, and they dig into your background, the same background they were aware of. Now they want to make it something bigger. They're just like Natasha, which is why they were her right-hand man for the longest time. Nothing happened with Tilly. She was just leaving.
We should find Larry and get him to out the group chat.
Yeah, remember they were all in that group chat together.
Yes, they were.
Their mods and anyone that stayed have had to have red flags with sudden switches. Right. How do you go from screaming what a danger Lycan is and doxing him so people can protect themselves to suddenly he's welcomed and he's a victim? And it's fucking mind blown. But these people support it so long as it's not taking place to them. And then, you want me to go ahead and, welcome, True Crime Teller.
I think that even Helen Keller could tell that there's been a change in Kim and Crafton since the incident.
Absolutely.
Like, I think they just do not like each other. They're stuck with each other. They're both miserable. I mean, this is just my opinion. But you can see how aggressive they are, more aggressive than they have ever been.
That's what I'm saying. They come on here to abuse people. That's what they do. And they abuse each other on their off time. And I want no parts of it. And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of them hiding behind DV when it's convenient. But in all reality, they're the ones that are shoving the committer of it down everybody's throat. I mean, it's good to see you, True Crime Teller. Good to see you. I don't know. I'm sympathetic to what is happening. I hope that they are okay. But I don't, Amy just summed it up.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heardish, like I said, like they're both toxic for each other, but toxic people like to stay in toxic relationships. It's been proven.
Right. This is what I'm right here. I think it's difficult for any of us to judge on whether grace and compassion should be given. Under other circumstances, I'm sure it would be, but we aren't the ones who've been targeted this way. That's exactly right. Because I did, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I was going to expose things about Kim, and then I found out what actual charges Crafton was facing, and then I got worried, and I said, I'm not going to be the reason.
That's right. You didn't. You said you what was it? You were going to expose something, and then you said, you know what, I'm not, because you didn't want to get her anymore, maybe possibly hurt.
Right.
In that one
that's
life.
Exactly right. And then look how far they've gone for me since.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, good Juju? I don't think you're ever pulling shit out of your ass. Yeah. So and I know, again, if this was my phone call that was leaked, they would without a doubt be playing it on repeat, feeling validated in what they were claiming. So
more than one channel would be playing it.
Yep. And I did. I even said to Froggy, I'm sorry, Froggy, I can't do it. I can't. And she was like, no, I get it. Follow your instinct. But now I'm at a point where why shouldn't I? After everything they've accused of me.
Yeah.
And everything they've tried to do in my real life and how bad they've targeted me and Angela and even Jill, a subscriber.
Yeah, I don't know what went down with Jill. I've only heard that they went after her.
They're claiming that she told Mandy to go get strangled again by her ex, which isn't true. Just like I also never doxed Mandy's fucking new address. How would I even have it?
Yeah, see, there's been no proof of that anywhere that I've seen.
None. None. First, she said it was a comment. She took a screenshot. Then it was an email. Well, fucking show it.
Right.
There's no proof of any of their claims, but this is what they do to spread their bullshit and make it okay that they're targeting you. They justify it, right? Granny was doxxed because Granny doxed Mandy. No, I didn't. But they justify their behaviors by putting these little spin tails and lies on it. And nobody's asking for proof because it's convenient to hate Granny and say, oh, yeah, Granny did this. But I'm supposed to feel bad that it's once again came out that they're hitting each other and they're popping pills, which was very obvious if you listen to any of their recent streams.
Yes. I mean, you can tell. And when they tried to say that you've been on something, I've never heard you slur your fucking words once. Because I would be texting you and saying, hey, Jess, what's going on?
Yeah, I've never slurred. I've never
No,
slurred.
you don't. And I've never heard you sound even a bit altered.
And for them to say I'm a tweaker and I've been tweaking and oh no, what do you know? Huh. They're the ones that are over there popping pills and being up all night.
I've worked for many surgeons, and you do get too many, I'll say. And I've said this to doctors myself. Why do you guys give this shit to these people for surgery? What did we do 25, 30 years ago? You had surgery and you were given some Tylenol 3s.
And there's no doubt that it was the day of her surgery that he came on here sounding the worst.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, Macy, I get what you're saying, but for me, it's just, why does it always have to go back to Natasha? I guess that's where I'm starting to get annoyed with it because...
Yeah. We're not even talking about Coop, and then she always gets brought up.
Right. And while Natasha has done shitty things, they shouldn't negate the fact that others over here have done equally shitty things. Yes, you would, T. Adams. That's why I appreciate you. Right. Maybe made up scenarios and yeah.
Yes, because you have friends that would say, are you okay? You know, like, but no, I've never gotten that from you ever.
No. Me and my friend get targeted on also now and again. They got to love to justify their actions. Right. People want to make you out to be a bad person so they can confirm or so they can justify what they're doing.
Hey, Gar. I agree with you there, Gar. I think we all can agree there. Is Jess muted?
Yeah, sorry, Jace is talking to me. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no. I'll sing sha-la-la-la-la, my lady. You guys probably don't know that song.
You made him laugh. Yeah.
His name's Jay Ferguson, folks. Google it or YouTube it. It's an oldie. Or Black Betty, bam a lamb, oh, Black Betty, bam a lamb, like for Lala, doing that video. That was funny. We used to sing that in Lana's chat.
Bam Milani, that one.
Yeah. Black Betty, bam a lamb, whoa, Black Betty. I won't sing it all for you guys. I won't put you through that.
If I was under the influence, many people would know it. Many people would know it. There's no doubt. And
we all can tell when anyone that's going live, if they've had maybe a couple drinks or something. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything against that. You can tell when somebody's altered. I mean, if you pay attention.
Yeah. No. Can you sing Far Away? And what gets me the most is it's not even that they're like accusing me of like currently. They're saying that I've always been under the influence. They're also claiming that I never paid any of my court costs. Yeah, I did. You have to pay restitution to get off probation. I was on probation for 4 years, not 10. This is how they lie and just make up bullshit out of their asses. And it's infuriating. So when people come over and they're like, oh, well, don't you feel bad that, or what if this leads to this or that? It's not my concern. Sorry, it's not my concern. No, I felt bad for Kim enough. I no longer feel bad.
They
And
have
if that
friends
makes
out there
sense,
that they have friends out there that can contact them if they want, but no, no one else is responsible.
no. And like I said, I considered earlier if I should call. And then I said, you know what they would do if I called? They would
Yeah.
use it against me.
Against you, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're also my parking tickets because they were doing road work and my township doesn't have three overnight parking. Yeah, it fucking does. I showed enough of it. Voice is she's such a lady. I was gonna sing it, but I know you guys rather I don't.
Once, twice, 3 times the normal size of one lady. Sorry, that's just a joke me and my husband used to sing.
Granny twerking. You might catch Granny twerking, but not tweaking, that's for sure.
Twerking, yeah.
I mean, but those are serious allegations, and then telling people, oh, maybe CPS does need to get involved and blah blah blah. Fuck you. I had, unfortunately, BNB, I pushed it back to 7 because this stream ran longer, but you guys don't want to miss it. I have a stream coming up, not only about Tiffany Marie and her lie on donating to Summer Wells, but about other creators who have used Summer Wells' name to create funds for themselves.
Yes, I'm excited I've got my notification on for that live.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be a good one too.
And I'm telling you, my street was never under construction. I have other people that I just discovered and found out about and how they're also using Summer's name for their own personal grifts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this will be a good live stream. You guys don't want to miss it. I am sorry that I pushed it back again. It is parent conference, they're on vacation because of Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. And this stream ran longer, but I felt like this one was important. I know some of you were like, oh, this is really mean that Granny did this. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Sorry you feel that way, but
what has just been going on the last few weeks over on their channel, yelling and screaming about you.
And that's been horrific and it's been slanderous. And I feel like, I feel like I'm justified. And I don't want them to be hurt. And I've made that very clear. I don't want them to be hurt.
Yeah.
But I also am at a point right now where if God forbid somebody does get hurt, it's not my fault. And you will never make me feel like it. They're old enough. They're old enough to get themselves together.
I'll tell you something. Before I came to the true crime community, I was in another community of I don't want to get upset. With Aaron Carter. And I had to leave that, the LMG, because I was afraid something was going to happen to him on his live stream. And like that he was going to OD. I mean, he would nod off and this and that. And then lately he was huffing. I mean, the videos are out there. Some people think that he was killed, set up. I mean, it's not over, but things get so out of hand.
Well,
and I don't know many people. I mean, Aaron Carter went live all day, every day. His whole life was out there.
Here's my thing with that, Delaney. He was involved in gangs. He had a lot of family trauma. He had a lot of things going on.
Ton.
And the internet can be very cruel. It can be very cruel.
He was lonely. He was lonely. I've had personal conversations with him just as a follower, even with Melanie. And because I was speaking up to both of them, they both blocked me. And then, to wake up and hear what happened to him. So I went back into the old community with some of the people that I was with. And when something like that happens, nothing else matters.
Right. Well, and see,
he had demons, definitely. Absolutely. I followed his career since he was known. You know what I mean?
But that's what the internet can do to people.
Yeah.
That's what the internet can do to people. And, You know, a lot of people are like, oh, what if now they do Kimmer Crafton gets hurt or one of them ends up in it. Do you know the same thing could be said about any of us at any moment? When these people are there literally slandering me to no stop for hours on end, doxing me, doing everything, and then telling everybody I'm on drugs. Do you know how easy it would be for me to go grab drugs and numb myself from what's going on? And you think they would sit there and say, oh, what if Granny, relapsed? Do you think they give any fucks about my safety or how I'm mentally okay? No, they don't. They don't at all. So I feel the same way about them. Why should I care? They are banking on me relapsing. They are trying to invade my life. And it's not okay. And when there are slanderous videos like that going up, you have no idea. People have nobody knows what anybody's going through in their personal life. That I agree with. But just because I'm not being abused by a partner doesn't mean I'm not being abused by these two on the internet. And none of you know what it's on my mental toll. I'm tired of it.
You will come up and admit, I need to take a break. You do the right thing. They don't take breaks.
No, they don't. I haven't even gone live in 4 days now?
Yeah, exactly. And look at with CJ. God, she was gone for a month.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, because these people, some of them are out to hurt you. And I know people are like, oh, Granny's teaming up with Natasha and blah, blah, blah. No, but I see the same thing there. And just because you're doing it to Natasha, who's a piece of shit, doesn't justify what you're doing. It does not. And I'm tired of people justifying it because it is being done to Natasha or it is being done to me. No, nobody deserves endless streams about them. Nobody deserves to go live and have to worry that somebody's going to restream them every time they do. Nobody, I heard people saying, well, Natasha shouldn't have a wish list. Okay, then neither should MKB. Like,
hey, you know what, Jess? When I said that yesterday, what I meant was, yeah, anyone can have a wish list. What I meant was that you had said you checked, and her address was on there. That's what I meant. She shouldn't have put the address on her wish list. Yeah, I've tried to do yours so many times, but doing it from Canada, I can't. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. But no, I didn't mean that. The other day, she shouldn't be dropping wish lists. I hadn't stopped. I hadn't continued, and you said, but Delaney, everyone does drop their wish list, but I mean, with her, Coop has to know that her daughter's address is on there.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah, okay.
And I agree with that. And I also, though, I will say that it wasn't until Dee Dee came in NKB's chat to let everybody know the address was posted on the wish list that I even knew the address was posted. And it shouldn't be that way. Like, she should have never announced that in the chat, but that's what these people do. Just like, oh, it's okay to dox me because my name was on one of my payment things. Was my fucking address? Was my kids' names, my kids' email, my relatives, my neighbors, were they all in there too? Like, there's always justification being done when it's done to somebody doesn't like. And that's where we have to stop. It is hypocrisy. It's not right.
Blackmail and hypocrisy community, I called it.
I don't care if they're blaming me for playing this video. I'll fucking play it again. Look at the idiots playing. Lindsay's the one that brought the information here that it was actually DV and not medical. So who's she to judge anybody on what they're playing?
Lindsay's saying that after she did that
of course
freaking live with Lala?
They always try to find a way to go at me and blame me for shit. Listen, I'm playing it again just because they said it. I give no fucks.
I guess Lindsay has amnesia.
I just believe that she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Just relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
Well, she don't know.
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
I can't hear her.
I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody. I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just no. I don't know what to do with I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what. But we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this. Motherfucker.
You gotta.
For one, Voices hit that unmute button, didn't she? For two, yep. And if it was me, Lindsay, you'd be playing it. Don't you have a video up right now, you piece of fucking shit, that you're accusing me of doing drugs because I sniffled on a live stream? And you want to talk about morality and what should and shouldn't be played on YouTube? Fuck you. You piece of shit. You're the one that came out here and told everybody it was actually domestic violence and not a medical condition. So you're one to speak. Really want to speak. They're just mad
It's
that I
because
give
they're
you
friends
the
again.
Exactly, because now they're friends again. Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's convenient, because Lindsay needs whatever they have. They're friends again. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, can't they see how embarrassing that looks?
They don't care.
They don't care. That's what I was going to say. I guess they don't care.
Right. Anything to make anybody else the bad guy and forget their own wrongdoing and what they've done and what they continue to do. Miss me with the hypocrisy and the bullshit. If you didn't like Kim and Crampton right now, you'd be playing it too. At the end, he said, what's going on? Who's playing it? He had no idea that Voices at that point had him on speakerphone for everybody to hear. So she had to confirm in the beginning she was speaking to Crampton, and at the end, she put it on speaker so we could hear it was Crampton.
That's what's sus about it. That is what is sus about it.
Absolutely. I think she did it with intention because that's how she does.
She could be mad at them for something.
Or she probably just, maybe it was I don't know. I just know this is what Voices does, and I believe it was all set up. And yep, I will play it, and I'll repost it, and I'll play it again, and I'll play it again, and I'll play it again. Just like any of you sick fucks over there would play it if it was me.
That is 100%. We all know that.
We all know it, yeah. Fiddle D, I say this is proof. This is proof that they are using and they are physically touching each other again. And my thing is, all of you over there, you accept it. You accept it by supporting them and making excuses for it and not holding it for what it is. Of course they did. They're the ones that they were trying to call the prisons. They were calling the hospitals, everything.
Who wants to do that and who has the time to do that? You know what I mean?
Sickos like them, they do. And then pull him up there and tell him if he doesn't get on their panel right now, that they're going to expose it all. They exposed it all.
While they're both laughing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was the funniest thing. I don't want to do. What happened to community issue? Didn't you say it was a community issue there, Lindsay?
Yeah, Lindsay, yes.
Oh, I did have it sped up. Hold on. I'll play it again. I didn't realize it was sped up. Yeah, Lindsay said it was a community issue that there's a domestic violence person.
I was in that live. And I was saying, guys.
Yeah, I called them out for doing it because I believe at that moment he was in a medical situation, not.
And a lot of people in the chat were saying, guys, don't do this.
Mm-hmm. But they did it because they said it was community issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Give her money. I just believe that she preyed upon their being vulnerable.
Just relax.
Yeah.
All I'm worried about, I don't want anybody going to jail, but I don't want anybody dying. I'm working.
What's she talking about?
I don't want anybody dying. I don't give a fuck. What is
I can't hear her.
I don't want anybody laying hands on anybody. And I don't want anybody taking pills. That's it. That's all. Honey, I am trying to do whatever can be done because I just no. I don't know what to do with I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put her. I don't know who needs what, but we gotta get something stopped because this doesn't need to happen. And nobody on YouTube needs to be fucking playing this.
What are they playing? What's going on?
Motherfucker.
You gotta go?
What?
She probably just realized she didn't hit the mute button.
Oh, is that what it was?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yep. Says his name so everybody knows who she's on the phone with, and then play him at the end so everybody can confirm she's on the phone with him. Here's the original video. Go give them a like. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't feel guilty for playing this. If this was my leaked conversation, they'd be playing it in a heartbeat. They've done worse, and they are all enabling. Yeah. They're the ones that are on loop it would be. Yep. They're the ones. Nope, they took the live down, but somebody clipped it. They're the ones Both of them could have muted the mic at any point.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not. Nope, I'm not feeling guilty for this one. Nope. Yeah, he does blame Carr for that shift. Yes, he does. And I blame all of them for allowing it. I blame all of them for enabling him, for not telling them to log off and go get fucking help. And if anything does happen to Kim, it would be you. It was Kim that said you were in noodles, idiot. She don't even know where the fuck she is anyway. Shove a fucking sponge in her mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah, the coma gate. Yep. So anywhere, that's where we're at. It's a horrible situation, but you know what? People need to know that that's what's going on. So you got these two physically assaulting each other and popping pills, and then coming on here and literally abusing others. I don't feel bad.
I think they're both stuck in a bad situation. But keep it private. Keep it private. I mean,
if he has the sense, if Crafton has the sense to call somebody for help and or advice, then they know that they need to do something to stop it. Unfortunately, he calls somebody from YouTube who, believe me, in a month or two will be putting this all out themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the same people that are trying to condemn me for playing it right now are the same ones that will turn around and be there in the chat when Voices herself puts it out. I don't care. Give me hell for it. Don't care. If they're everything they've done to me, I don't care. I'm with you, Cassandra. It's nobody else's fault.
They should think before they should think before they do 700 lives on you.
Right. Slandering me, trying to destroy my life. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Just like Lindsay taking a clip of a snort and all of a sudden I'm doing drugs. Fuck you. You have some audacity. You have some audacity saying what is the moral thing to do here. What's wrong to play and what isn't. As if you have any right to make any comments on that. Person who docks the 15-year-old's fucking TikTok. Fuck you.
Don't even get me on that.
And then Alicia, the one that drunk streams at a fucking bar by herself. You have audacity too.
I watched all that night. The whole thing. It was something.
Yeah, I didn't watch it live, but I got it because it came in Crafton.
Yeah, no. Did they? No, I watched it all live. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, whoa, what is going on?
Yep. Slander is not sarcasm and threats are not a metaphor. They all knew. Why didn't anyone get off the panel and try to help? Right. Everybody heard it. They all knew. They don't care. They just want to act like they're moral police to call something out. Meanwhile, they sit with a man that tells a woman the only way she'll get laid is if she gets RAPE. Okay? Miss me with your, oh, you're better than somebody.
Yeah, like that with Lori. Oh my. I literally cried for her.
Yeah, that was horrific. And then telling me to unalive myself and demonstrating how to do it.
That too, yeah.
They want to talk about what's right and what's wrong. You have no business talking about what's right and what's wrong. Absolutely none. Oh, you got a clip? All right, let's play this and then I'm going to end this.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see who still supports it.
Right there is her asking if she can message Kim, and that's when she sent that information. As for the rest of it, I think that's pretty much wrapping it up. And I want to say if Alicia, the Alicia person is in chat, thank you for outing our conversations. That will be why I'm going ahead and dipping out of that chat and just need to go ahead and let's see. leave the group before you continue doing it.
That's you.
Thanks. Angela, have a blast.
And that was them doing an entire stream blaming Angela for their conversations. 90% of it was a lie. And they're mad that is apparently over on Noodles giving out their conversation. Okay. That wasn't us that made that up. That was Kim and Crafton saying it throughout the chat and throughout the live stream. Yeah, it was bizarre. They're bizarre. They're weirdos. This is what they're spending their time doing. Nobody finds that as fucking weird?
I do.
Yeah. And now we know why, because they're popping pills. Oh, and they're all asking you to donate to their fund. Have you shown any proof for the other funds as you're over there questioning other people's money coming in? Right. Cash App, scroll, and wish list. Right. Fucking unbelievable. They have audacity. Yeah, it was the end of their live. Meanwhile, Kim was screaming at him from upstairs. Then she was screaming at him in the chat. Then he ended his live, and that's when the phone call with voices took place. He was so angry. Kim was probably so angry that he was in a chat with another female who once again was showing the chat that they started to fight. I don't know. That's my guess. But when YouTube interferes with your relationship and your life to this extent that you're popping pills and popping each other, maybe it's time to log the hell off. Not continue to abuse people online and each other offline. I don't even know if she really did or not, Amy. Maybe they were too high to understand reality. I have no idea because I don't follow the morons. It's just all bizarre. I don't know, Carly's granny. I doubt it. One day she said she has enough money to take me to court and caught herself because she had her fucking PayPal scrolling asking people to donate. Oh, is Doug out of the club, Jill? Doug got kicked out?
What?
Huh.
I've always liked Doug. Always. I've never wavered on that.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
What happened there, Jill? Can you say?
I wonder if Doug knows all the stuff that they would say about him privately that they tried to put on me, Doug. But you should probably be aware it was your own friends saying it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. See what Jill has to say.
Yeah, let's see.
He's taken a step back, is what he said. That's what Doug said. Maybe because even he realizes it.
Yep, good for Doug.
Oh, because Doug likes Pastor Mills. Solve his disgusting behavior to Pastor Mills. Oh, okay. So again, the behavior is okay until it is happening to somebody you like or yourself. So Doug was okay with what they were doing to me, to Angela, to Jill, how they were weaponizing Mandy. But when it came to somebody Doug liked, it was no longer okay. Well, you know what? I'm glad he at least spoke up there, but we all warned you, Doug.
Did Doug partake in bashing you?
Oh, yeah. He was in their chat, and yeah, they led him to believe that I said things that they actually said, and
I remember that. And I asked you, I've never heard you say anything about Doug.
Never. When something's strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, he says some horrible things too. Feel bad about not feeling bad, right? Yeah, Crafton lied a shit lot last night. A shit lot. So again, take it out with Crafton and Kim on why they were saying you were giving out their messages, because it sure as fuck wasn't me.
Did Angela see Crafton's live last night?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. He sat back and okayed it, brought it up on MKB's. Why would Crafton call voices when he knew she was on a live panel? Maybe he didn't know she was on a live panel. Maybe he was in a moment of panic and he called her because he likely had conversations. Because again, they used to call Mandy, but she recorded one of the calls. They used to call me, but obviously they can't call me anymore. So who else do they have to call? Voices. Because this is what these people do, including voices. They make you think that you're all okay, that they're good friends, that they really care about you. And the minute they don't like you, they will come to YouTube with everything you told them in confidence and private. It's the way these people operate. It's a sick game to them, a sick YouTube game to them. And I think Voices played a game last night by unmuting that mic. I think she knew full well what she was doing.
I mean, you gotta hit it right on the mic button. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really something accidental.
Right. You got to click it. And then why would she say, and nobody on YouTube needs to be playing this, if she didn't know that her mic was unmuted? Then she comes over and actually she didn't realize it and says, motherfucker. Yeah, okay. That was such a setup. Yeah, they should have called Memphis Mama. But, you know, I'm pretty sure she's already fully aware of all their lies, too.
I think Memphis Mama might be going through something, too. Somebody said in some chat. I don't know.
Oh, I hope not. I hope she's okay. Make contact to Flex from their mutual DV situation. Voices needs the drama. Yep. That's exactly right. But thank you, Delaney, for coming out with me. I appreciate
and I'll see you tonight for sure.
Yes, tonight's going to be a good live stream. Don't miss it. I'm telling you. It's going to be some
all right. I'll
Thank
talk to you later on. Nah, my pleasure.
This town just cried a grain. She will lead you to the promised land. Knew what she was doing. She's probably tired. Yeah, I agree, AT. His voice didn't sound like he was in charge of that call. Thank you all for being here with me this morning. If anybody is a victim of domestic violence, there is help out there. There are 24-hour hotlines. There are people you can call that are not on YouTube that will not put your phone call out there. Oh no, mental block. I want to go to Costco. I've never been to one. Right, not the same as saying, oh, fuck. Right. Well, because she got to blame MKB for it. She yelled at MKB like it was her fault. I know how Voices works. Why didn't you mute the mic, MKB? Like it's her fault, not Voices. MKB's fault. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. Yeah, just remember at the end of the day, you are in control of your life. You are in control of what you put up with in life. I'm no longer going to put up with slander, especially from people who are doing the things they are accusing me of. So if that includes me playing this phone call for you all to hear as well, then yes, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I did just another troll. The cheesecake was phenomenal. At the end of the day, I'm not responsible for what two grown-ass adults do to each other offline, but I'm also not going to continue to take their abuse online. So now you all have a glimpse into what we already suspected, and that's what it is. And I leave it at that. I haven't done a stream on Kim and Crafton. I didn't plan on doing a stream on Kim and Crafton, but when I heard this morning, it suddenly clicked and it all made sense. The slurring, the accusing me of doing drugs, the way they are up all day and all night digging in people's lives, trying to destroy them. The lies, the endless lies. Yeah, I mean, the conspiracies. It all makes sense now. Pop a few pills and you too will be in their la-la lane of make fucking believe. I do hope they are both safe, but I will not feel any guilt at all if something did happen, because it's not my responsibility. It's none of your responsibilities. Matter of fact, it is their friends that condone them and accept the fact that they beat each other and don't call it out. They're the ones that are guilty if anything happens. Be a real friend, pick up your phone and make sure they're fucking okay. Get off the panel, stop the YouTube bullshit, and check on people in their real lives. The same way we have no idea what they're going through, you have no idea what anybody on the other end of your computer screen is going through when you are making these slanderous claims, when you are looking to hurt people, when you are looking to destroy people. You have no idea either. Don't ask me to be respectful to their real life situation when they have no respect for mine.